Good morning, Logan. Hey, TJ. How you doing today, Logan? Brenda. Good morning.
Oh, Logan, Brenda, DJ. Uh, oh man, I'm so disappointed in Scary Movie 6. I don't know if anybody in the chat ever watched those movies, but it was horrible. It wasn't good at all. Almost felt like the movie was made like 5 years ago and they just released it. Like one of the things I noticed, like all the jokes were like 5 years ago jokes. Like it was very dated for being a newer movie. Like all the jokes had to do around all the like all the political crap and COVID from 5 years ago. It wasn't even funny. Like I don't know. I just didn't have, I got almost three-quarters of the way through it. I've almost watched the whole movie. I ended up just stopped watching it because I just it wasn't interested me. I was very disappointed, Logan, being a Wayne's brother movie. Don't Be a Menace. Yeah, I remember that movie.
Hey, Justin, how's it going?
That's going.
How'd your night go last night?
That was all right. So I was just telling everybody about a movie I was watching last night. I was really disappointed in it.
Is that the one you were talking about yesterday?
Yeah, it wasn't good at all. It's just like I said, the jokes were very dated. Like it was almost like they filmed this movie back in like 2019. Like it didn't feel right. Michael, is that Friday the 13th, PJ?
TJ, what's going on?
I don't know if I know what movie that is.
TJ thought that the movie Michael was really good. Is that the same one you watched?
No, is that the one about Michael Jackson? If it's the one about Michael Jackson, I got no interest in watching that. I was never a fan of his. And it wasn't over the kid shit either. I just never really was interested in his music.
Is that the Michael that he's talking about, or is that a different
I
one?
think it's the new Michael Jackson movie. I was thinking for some reason I was thinking like Jason or Michael Myers when he said that.
Okay. As you can see from my picture here, a lot of the smoke is gone,
It looks cleared up.
but it is chilly this morning. We're going through a cold flash.
Chilly.
It's only 60 degrees here.
That's not cold. It's nice weather. That's short and t-shirt weather
60,
right
it's
there.
cool. It
Yeah,
says
that's
the
good.
average temperature is about 72 this time of year.
I would kill for 60-degree weather.
Is it hot down there?
It's 82 right now, or 83 feels like 94.
Okay, Brenda, you have a good day too.
Later, Brenda. What's up, Joe?
That should keep you busy, Joe.
I think I've only seen Joe like once in the past like 2 weeks.
He's been busy.
Seems like the only three people that come on anymore is Mark, Jason, and um, Dominic in the afternoon.
Logan comes in.
No, no, I'm not talking about in the chat. I'm talking about on the panel.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The panel.
Jason's been on here more in the last 4 days than most people have in a week.
Just about every day. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to come in like once every girl once in a while, but he's been in here almost every day last week. Don't think I am Capital One. Good.
Well, we're not
Uh,
sure where David's been. David's been under the weather on and off.
I think David's fine with his normal medical stuff. I think a lot of it is he took a break from all that crap that happened a week or two ago. I think he just doesn't want to be around all that. If drama gets too much, David doesn't like being around it.
I don't know. He went through a period there where he was telling us that he was having um, episodes, several a day.
See what happened to Captain Ray. I don't know. He don't ever come on here. Ray comes on here like once a year, if that.
Yeah.
Every great once in a while he'll stop in. But
Boy, some of the flooding that's been going on the East Coast and other places is unbelievable.
said that the other day. I was like, I bet you Joe's fucking apartment complex is gonna get flooded again from that storm.
Yeah, he usually has to move his hot car up to a higher ground.
So that apartment complex, they really need to fix that drainage system there. That's ridiculous.
Morning, Joe.
Okay, I can't talk to y'all on the chat and do this shit too. I can't do both. We're not gonna get any rain. Barely
Oh,
any
you're
rain.
not? Okay.
No, I don't think we're gonna get
Oh,
any flooding here, but the lakefront, but it's just up it a little bit. They actually didn't. All it did is repaired it. They didn't make it any higher. They're gonna get 3 foot surge, so this is gonna go over the river. I mean the lakefront. So they'll get water up there around Lakeshore Drive. But I don't
yeah.
expect anything here.
Well, now, will New Orleans get hit?
Well, New Orleans will get slammed.
So
The
you
rain,
the storm isn't going to reach your area, is what you're saying, or it's just not expected to drop a
well,
lot of rain?
we're not get all the rain is south. It's under the
Uh,
storm because of wind shear. The problem is they're expecting it now to possibly be a Hurricane Cat 1 because it's intensifying still because it's moving so freaking slow.
It's headed
well,
towards Texas, though, right?
well,
Oh
the
hell no,
great
it's coming.
the,
The last route is coming straight up the freaking mouth of the river,
what's up, Johnny?
right up across New Orleans.
Well,
So
like
if
I
it
said
comes
the
right
other,
across New Orleans, we're gonna get 60-mile-an-hour winds here.
and like I said too the other day when me and Johnny were actually talking about, it, I said a good thing it came off of Florida at the top and not the very tip of Florida, because if it would have came off the bottom of Florida and got out the middle of the Gulf, dude, oh yeah, you could guarantee.
Look at Johnny. Look at Johnny telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. Johnny from Hammond. They don't know what a storm is.
Oh, Johnny would never say
Yeah.
that.
Johnny has no idea what a storm is. But the
Uh,
last the last thing they were showing us this morning on Fox 8 is the path is coming more north.
Oh, it's
And
shifting north?
if it comes in, it'll come in right through Lake Bourne, Wrigley's, right Lake Pontchartrain. So if it comes in right around the area of the lake, you hear my voice from yesterday? If it keeps
Yep.
coming, I must have said, get your hands behind your back more than my son's ever said in his life. You know? So but if it comes up that way, it's gonna push all that water in. And they're expecting about a 3 foot surge in Lake Pontchartrain.
Wow.
That's
what's
not a lot.
funny is on the radar, it doesn't even look all that like it just
Oh,
looks like a normal storm.
it's nothing. It's like a little rainfall.
Yeah, it don't look like shit on the radar.
Yeah, Johnny says he flew this morning. Yeah, because he got no wind over there right now. The trees are barely moving. But it's supposed to be like 3 or 4 this afternoon. We're gonna start feeling it. It's gonna be overnight. It's always overnight. It's like bitch. But yesterday, I mean, it was a kick yesterday doing these pictures. It was the first time we did all of the teams individuals the same day, and I did the team pictures for the freshmen, and we had gaps between it, but the gaps made it worse. I told coach next year, I said, dude, make them an hour apiece. Don't give them an hour and a half because I could finish them in 40 minutes. Then I'm sitting there for 40 minutes. It beat me up yesterday, it really did.
It's called the Hawk Lights. Let me check that out. I've never heard of that shit.
But it's about 100. I haven't did a count on it. It was 359 pictures. So we're talking probably about 130 kids, 140 kids yesterday.
Wow, you
Oh,
got a lot of kids to shoot.
Well, I'm going through the thing now. As I got in my hand, I got my rosters. I'm going through the rosters now and putting names because I shot them in order. I shot them in year order. So I'm getting all the seniors out the way now. I told them, I said, y'all don't expect this thing till Thursday. I went to bed last night at 9 o'clock. That's how tired I was. I went through the envelopes last night. Let me show you. That's full envelopes.
So that's all the people
oh
that are
shit.
buying the photos?
So far.
Oh, that's that new show with Will Ferrell on it.
Yeah, that's all the payment envelopes they turned in yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I've got a whole bunch of Venmo.
The Johnny Weather Channel says
Wait,
there
come on,
there is
defend
nothing
yourself.
to the storm.
Get on here and defend yourself, dude.
No, I think the way he meant to say it was that storm ain't shit.
Well, it ain't. It's really not.
Well,
But But we've
It's
had
like,
storms that weren't shit coming in and flood everything.
look, Joe, but it's like you said though, Johnny's hiding in the safety of the upper part of the state, right? Yeah.
Hmm. Hiding behind Strawberry Stadium.
I'm gonna have to check. I was gonna check that show out. Is that supposed to be a mini series, Lance, or is there gonna be another season?
But Paul, most of the time you get a payment and it's $30. You know it's a B package, or it's $20. You know it's an A package, right? I was getting payments yesterday, $299. What the hell is that for? And then they don't put it, and I have to go back and hopefully somebody turn. I told them if you don't, you pay Venmo. If you don't put the information there, drop the envelope. So I have to go through all the Venmo envelopes and match them up with the names. And then like that 299 package, it was the team pictures, it was the individual pictures, it was a keychain, it was a yard sign, it was a head on a stick, and it was an extra button.
Dude, I swear
A freshman player.
I love when I see these parents at these high school games and they'll have all this shit on, buttons and their kid on a fan and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, if I was that kid, I'd be so
Oh, I
embarrassed.
love I love Mandeville because they buy now you see that head on the stick. If I buy one head on a
Well, it should
stick,
be anytime.
one head on a stick runs me about, I think it runs me about $20. If I buy one, if I buy two, they run about 17. The more I buy, the cheaper they get. I have total of one head on the stick order. I won't lose money in it, but I won't make money in it unless I get
I'd
another one.
imagine,
I'm probably
I'd
not going to get
imagine
another one.
I'd imagine that's not a big money maker unless you, like you said, you get multiples.
Now you see the sign. The sign, I was going to quit doing the signs last year. It's just got the year, the picture on it for the front yard. They stick in the yard. 23 of them this year.
Look, I'm cool.
I make about $12 a sign, $13 a sign.
Look, I'm all about supporting my kid and putting maybe a nice yard sign in the yard, but when I start going with fans with their pictures on it and buttons, okay, that's going a little too much. Now you're making your kid look like they died in a car wreck,
Yeah.
and it's a memorial wall.
Well, it's just the freshman players. That freshman's a freshman mom, $299.
Jesus.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Mandeville's got money. And I've got the regular players right now. I've got about 12 regulars that haven't paid for the season packages yet. So if I get those 12, which I probably will, that'll give me 30 players already. Right at 30 players. So I'm thinking I might get 40 this year. Because nobody buys the packages till the week before the thing.
What's pizza up meteorology? We're gonna get two pepperonis deep if rain.
Okay, y'all just watch. Okay. I've lived through more storms than probably most everybody in here together. Johnny been
I
through a
just,
few,
I
but you got to remember, I've been all over the world and I've been buying all the big freaking ones all the time. I think it's 37
Sarah
I've had in my lifetime.
Sarah missed out on a lot of storms because she wasn't living here as a kid. Well, no, in mid high school they moved, so she would have moved back in like Sarah would have graduated. I think 2005 is when she graduated. So she would have moved out of Florida back in like 2002, 2003. So she missed all those hurricanes in 2005 and all that.
Oh yeah, those are bad.
When Florida got hit with three hurricanes in a row, she was already left. She was living in North Carolina at the time.
Well, I've been in North Carolina, South Carolina, and got caught with major storms through there. I was in Hawaii. Ready for this? Hawaii, and Cat 4 hit Hawaii when I was in Hawaii. I was in Okinawa, Japan when a typhoon Cat 5 hit. So I got that one. I was here for Camille, Betsy. Let's see what else. Camille wasn't as bad, but Betsy was. I was someplace else. That was it. That was it. Because I've got if they hit within 20 miles of me, I put them on the list. I got like 37 of them. And out of the 37 of them, I think 4 or 5s. So I've been in some major shit, you know. It's bad when you're in the military and you got a Cat freaking 5 um, typhoon coming, and right in the middle of the storm, they put you on a truck, send you down the H area to fasten down a roof that's trying to come off, and the eye is only 10 minutes. And I told the sergeant, I'm not climbing up there. That shit's gonna blow off in a minute. And they got up there, and sure enough, that thing started blowing, knocked 3 people off the roof. I said, I'm from Louisiana, man. I know what these things do.
I've been through 3 hurricanes that actually hit us, and then I've been through a couple that skimmed Florida but didn't really hit Florida. But you could still go out and go to the store and shit if you wanted. It wasn't that serious. We were just getting the tails of the hurricanes coming off the tails.
Yeah. Some of
Kind
them,
of like
you
what,
know,
kind of
we've
like with
got,
this storm, we were getting the tails the other day, but we weren't getting anything major from it.
and you got some of these little tropical depressions that come through here, like that one that came through in the beginning of the year. It had nothing, flooded everything. It's just, it depends on the rain, depends on the location, depends on how
All
slow
right,
it's
hold on.
moving.
Yeah, how
Hey, look,
heavy the
John.
rain is. Yep.
See, Johnny won't come
We
on here and defend himself.
we got some good rain from this storm, from that storm that's heading towards you guys right now. At least in my area, we did. We got a couple days worth of pretty good rain from it.
Johnny sent you a pic. What do you do? Do an AI pic of me in a hurricane?
Oh, it was a screenshot of his weather app. Oh, I'll show it.
Yeah, I ain't worried about his weather app. Like I told you, his weather app is not the weather. That thing's not going that way. It's going up now. It's not going across. Going up now.
Okay. Come here, Boone.
If it was, that's why I said it's lucky that it started off. It's so such close proximity to land.
Yeah,
Because
we're
if
not
that
gonna
was
get,
say,
like I said, we're not gonna get the rain. We're just gonna get some wind and some storm surge.
but say that storm came off of the bottom of Florida and then jumped into the Gulf. Oh God, dude, it would have intensified like crazy.
Hey, Mark, how's it
Luckily, it's
going?
been luckily it's been hugging the southern coast of the United States, because that's keeping it from forming too much, which is good.
Here comes Mark.
I'm gonna check out that show later, Lance.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Paul, Joe, Justin.
No more.
But yeah, I was
No
absolutely
more.
disappointed in the new scary movie. It was crap. Like I said, it felt the jokes in the movie felt so dated. Like all the jokes pertained to 5 years ago during COVID, and it was just like, it's like that's kind of been played out. I got about 3/4 away through the movie, and I ended up just shutting it off. I couldn't even finish watching it. I was like, it was boring. I'm usually a sucker for stupid comedy like that, but it just, I don't know, it just isn't any good.
Yeah, so they got one kid, right? Jake. He's always he's always missing stuff. He had to take a picture a couple of years ago on a retake, and he left. He forgot to
Right.
take the picture. So I had to call, we had to go find him and get him back. So yesterday I told coach, I said, so what time you think Jake's gonna show up? And coach is laughing about it. I said, I don't know, that's Jake. I said, I'll give you 5-1 odds. He's the second to last player in. Like that. And the coach said, I'm not betting with you because you're probably gonna win. Second to last player walked in the door was Jake. He said, damn. I said, I'm telling you, I'd have won that one. And then we thought we had everybody. I said, hold on. I said, where's your son? His son's in the locker room. I'm getting ready to break down. His son ain't took a picture yet. He said, gotta be mine.
I honestly don't care about spoilers, Lance.
YouTube changed things again.
Oh, PayPal completely changed up their app too. You've been on PayPal in a while, the app
Oh
No.
looks
yeah,
completely
they have.
different
It's
now.
all messed up.
It doesn't really bother me, but I used to be able to click on my card and it would take me right to the like monthly the recent activity. Okay, never
Here,
mind.
I'll
There
have
it
a
is.
hold on to him.
I haven't really played with it much,
Bob.
but yeah, it's completely different the layout of it.
Well, you know how
Got him?
the
Got him.
host's posts are usually his name's highlighted in yellow.
Uh-huh.
It's black today.
See, it's yellow on my end. You talking about the link in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just showing yellow on my end. But I'm also on a computer too. Let me go on
Yeah,
the
it's
phone and
not
see if it
showing.
changes.
It's not no yellow on mine.
Let me check my phone. Maybe they just switched the phone app.
Maybe.
It's showing yellow on there, but let me see if I got an update for you too.
Well, we showed everybody right last
Damn.
Let's see what updates I got. Yeah, they changed the PayPal app about was it, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. It looks completely different.
Yeah, right. No, I've not looked at that for ages.
Yeah, I don't have any apps that are. Oh, they all just updated 2 hours ago. Okay. I don't have any updates. Although it could be a regional thing too.
Could be.
Sometimes you guys get new features first. Sometimes we get it first.
Mm.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
No. Two seniors that didn't take a picture.
So do they just miss out, or have you got to do them when you can?
Well, it could be on vacation.
Mm.
Because people do that, and I got a makeup day on 7th. He might be somewhere else. He may have come in a different group. Because I'm going backwards right now. He may just be in a different group.
Yeah.
And then this is the best part. You ready for this? 100 and yesterday was probably about 153 kids are shot. They're all wearing the same uniform.
Uh-huh.
The freshmen wore the same uniform, but I got them in the beginning, so they're all separated. All the freshmen are separated, so I know where they're at because I wouldn't recognize them. Wouldn't recognize any of them.
Hmm.
But when it comes to the rest of them, I looked at coaches. You're killing me. I said, "Do you have a JV roster?" He said, "No, I don't even have a JD roster yet." He said, "But some are JV." I said, "How do I know some are JV?" He said, "If they have double numbers." I said, "So I'm gonna have to pick out the one I know and the other one's JV. But what if I know both of them?" He said,
Oh,
"Send me the pictures." Yeah.
oh,
Said, "You're killing me, coach."
I got your picture last night, Mark. You sent me.
Yeah,
It was
but
um
didn't see anything for a GoFundMe.
no, Tim sent me the link finally for it. Hold on. I got it. I was gonna put
Yeah,
it
I
in the
saw
chat.
that. I heard that yesterday. That's terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, he lost his wife and his brother.
yeah.
You
One
know,
of the lads
he
in
was
Australia, his house burnt down yesterday, day before, and his wife and brother died in it.
yeah, and I know Ari really loved his wife. Like
Yeah,
uh, that's gotta be really hard on him.
they said they'd been married for 42 years, didn't they?
It was either 42 or 32.
I think it was
Yeah,
42 years, but they've lived in that house for 37 years.
Wow. That totally sucks.
Oh wow, they've already got almost 10,000 raised out of 30K.
Wow.
Not bad.
Mind you, that's 10,000 Australian dollars.
Yeah, so it's about 7,800 US, something like that.
Yeah, possibly. It's about 5 grand English.
Honestly, that money's probably just going for them to be able to buy a trailer or something until they can get their house rebuilt. So I said that could be a 3 year long process.
That depends on whether they feel like rebuilding it or just relocating.
That's what I
Right.
was gonna say. Does he
But
want to relocate or stay in the same place?
Yeah.
I couldn't stay in the same place.
yeah, it's all gonna come down to what he mentally feels like. Does he want to leave the area, or does he feel close to his wife by being there?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just glad. I'm gonna be honest. I wish that Ari wouldn't have lost anybody, but I'm glad it wasn't one of his kids because that could have been a lot harder on him. Losing a
Possibly.
kid is completely different than losing somebody that's your own age.
Right.
Losing a kid, I've seen people lose spouses and they still make it because of the support of their kids. But then I've seen people lose kids and they just completely fall off the wagon from losing a kid. It seems to be mentally a lot rougher on people.
I went through all of those seniors. I realized I didn't name them right. I named them right. I didn't put one thing in each one of them. I got to put in. I forgot.
Lance, his name's Ari. He's been around the drone community for years, but he kind of fell out of it about I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. He kind of started doing his own thing and doing other stuff. And he'd
Yeah,
come around every great once in a while.
he was doing electric unicycles, wasn't he?
I know Mars was into that. I don't know if Ari was.
Oh yeah, Mars was that, wasn't he? Yeah, not
Yeah, I know Ari was big into motorcycles.
yeah.
Because he had bought that new Goldwing a couple years back.
Yeah, he had a thing on asking if a certain road was open yet because he was doing a big bike ride with a load of other people sometime during the last month.
Somebody donated $1,000 in one go. Whew. Wish I had that kind of money just to good donate to people.
Take it, Matty knows, doesn't he?
Uh, I would assume so, yeah, because he's friends with them on Facebook and everything. I'd assume Matt would know about it.
Well, he probably saw it on telly. Yeah, I sent Harry a friend request and he answered it within hours, accepted it.
Rodney donated $427. Why 427? It's kind of an odd number. Like why
It's
not
because he had
430 or
428 in the
450?
bank and he didn't want to go all of it.
Yeah, it's kind of just an odd number, 427. Might have been it though. I mean, Rodney maybe just had $400 sitting in some account. It's like I'll give him that.
Good man.
Rodney's got mo- or
I'm gonna change the name on the picture. One thing on the picture, I can't find it now. I need to go back and flip it. God darn. It will show up.
damn, that sucks, Lance. Oh yeah, that probably is it too, JD. Maybe it was because of the conversion rate. I don't know.
I
Could
didn't
have
think
been.
about that either.
Plus, they do technically take a fee off of
Oh yeah,
like
GoFundMe take quite a lot.
yeah, they're not. It's not a free service. They do make money off of that. Let's see, what's their percentage? How much did GoFundMe take?
Probably too much.
Well, just ask Alexa what 427 Australian
Sure.
dollars is in US.
Well, that's not bad. They only take 2.9%. That's not that much.
And that's not bad.
It's about 30 cents per donation they take. So they take per donation. So if you donate $10, they're going to take 30 cents of it. That's not too bad. I mean, it's better than like somewhat some other companies take for when you get donations, like fucking, what was it, like TikTok? They take damn near like over half of what you make. If you make $100, they take, I think, like 70 of it.
Look at eBay right now. I wouldn't sell anything on eBay.
Theirs is a 20% fee right off the bat.
It's crazy. It's about 13%.
It's really not worth selling on eBay unless the item's more than $100. It's really not worth it.
And it's still not worth it.
Unless you're selling hundreds of items, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're just a lone person and you say, "Oh, I found this $40 item that's worth 40, $50 in my house," it ain't worth putting it on eBay. By the time it's all said and done, you're only going to make like 25, $30.
Yep. And I got that was should
Like one of like the guy I watch on YouTube, Craigslist Hunter owns that. He owns the pawn shop, and he has a big eBay store. He's gotten to the point now he won't sell anything less than I think $50 or $100 on eBay now. If it doesn't meet a certain, and if it's something he knows he can't sell in the store, and it's worth like $60, he won't even buy it because it's not worth him putting it on eBay.
Yeah, well, I suppose he's got to add such a big percentage to cover the costs now.
Well, he always says, like he tells everybody, he goes, "I'm just not going to make any money. It's 20% right off the bat." This is what he always tells all the people when they come in to sell something. He'll say, "I'm not going to put it on eBay because it's not worth it because they're going to take 20% right off the top for the PayPal and all that crap that you use."
Yep. Hate when players change their numbers. When they change their numbers, I gotta look for them. Yeah, I got
Lay
that.
down. Lay down.
So yesterday I was watching the show when I got home, and y'all were talking about the lettuce. Whatever it is that does that, they came back and said it's not the lettuce. It wasn't Taylor Farms. They said they had a false positive on it. So they apologized to them, apologized to Taco Bell. They still don't know what caused it. But Taylor Farms pulled all their it was the market side salad mixes from Walmart. They pulled them all back anyway. But they still don't know what's causing it.
This is something I noticed when I've been on Google. That's kind of weird to me. I've been trying to figure out what the hell these are. So you'll go and put like watch free movies in Google, right?
Mhm.
And then some of these websites pop up. Watch movies free, disclosure day 2026 movie, but the website is the Louisiana Commission of Law Enforcement.gov.
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
why is a government website, if that's even a legit website, why are they promoting movies? Why are movies coming up under their websites? It's so weird. And it's
You
not
know,
the
it
only
sounds
one
like
I've seen that, yeah, it's not the only one I've seen that's like a government type website.
it sounds like a sting.
It's really weird. But then you click on it and it gives you a 404 message, like a 404 error.
Page not found.
But
Yeah.
but I found two or three of them yesterday, and I'm like, why the fuck are these supposed government websites coming up under free movies on Google? Because I didn't, because I don't know if you can use a URL with .gov in it unless you're an official government entity. As far as I know, I don't think you can just make a website using .gov at the end. I don't know though.
Well, it says 427 Australian dollars is $298 and 39 cents American. So they must have given him $300. So have you finished with your pictures now until the games start?
No. Well, I'm finished these. I got makeup day on August 7th and the rest of the team and position group pictures. On Friday, we got Night of Champions where they bring all the weight room stuff out in the, on the field and they come out and see who's going to do their maxes and everything like that. Now, if it rains, it's inside. They're not doing it because they don't put them out there on those slick mats trying to lift 500 pounds. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if you have any rain, it's done. So it ain't gonna happen. So Friday night I have Meet the Champions. Well, I have to go out and I usually put a drone up and take some pictures of the area when it, I get over the track and they're on the field, so I'm on a track shooting it. And but I'm not doing a drone this year. I'm just gonna sit there and do pictures. Because when they do a weight max, they'll come up with a big bling on and get a picture and stuff like this. And I'll just be walking around shooting pictures of individuals. And then Sunday, I've got at 4 o'clock, all the coaches, we go out to Madisonville and shoot pictures. And then I go over to one of the coaches' houses and we're going to eat barbecue all night. So that's my next few days.
Hey, did you ever see that lady that gave you that food the other day?
I haven't seen her again, but just that one time. I had the girls from what you call it yesterday because I was shooting the pictures and they were doing. I don't have to do head. I don't have to do. I still have to do headshots, but I don't have to do the video board, because they're doing it now with the which is good for me because that saves me a day of work. Um, but they're doing the video board, a video of each student saying their name and their position, and then they get to do whatever they want to, catch a ball, make a face or whatever. And they're gonna stick that on there when they introduce them. So I don't have to worry about that. The media for the school does it now, thank God. So all the girls that shoot yearbook were there, and I had two of them run up to me yesterday and say, "What's your YouTube channel?" Because we know you do drones. So they wanted to. I gave them a card, and they all subscribed to me yesterday.
Mhm.
But and I haven't. I'll probably never see that woman again unless I'm out there and she shows up out there. I can't even remember what she looked like, to be honest with you. I'll remember that she walked a corgi. So if she's out there walking a corgi, I'll probably recognize her. Here's the fun part. You go through the roster, right? That's just one. That's the rosters right there. I don't even have freshmen yet. He didn't give me a freshman roster, so I can't do it until he gives it to me. But I got to go through and as I name them, put a little mark by them so that I can see who's missed. So I can tell them who needs to be there for picture day, for makeup day. A lot of these guys have the same number, but they got some that changed. It was seniors that changed. And I am in no hurry to get this done today. I haven't even taken them off the green screen yet. I'll do that when I finish putting the names on it.
See all these people still are Redbox machines and they're fixing them and putting them in their houses now.
And that would be a cool thing because I've got 200 DVDs over there. I'd like to have a red box that held them and I could just go and get them out. I'd rather have them in one place like that. I think that'd be cool.
I saw a guy do a video the other day where he redid with it. The biggest part was trying to figure out their operating system and how to be able to tweak it so he could use it personally. But
What's Redbox? Is that a bit like Dropbox?
It was a video rental machine that was all self like ran. It didn't have to have anybody running it. They just put it out, and then you walk up with your credit card, put your credit card in, and you can pick a movie to rent.
All right.
What was cool though is you could return them to any Redbox. You didn't have to take it to the one you got it from.
Would you better return them on time? My
Oh yeah,
kids
somebody.
they forget about them and wind up getting $10 in fees, $15 in fees.
Oh yeah, by the time it was all said and done, you were paying like $30 for a $15 or $10 movie.
Yeah,
What was it on DVD or what?
yeah, DVDs.
Hmm.
That was a cool concept.
Yeah, people are literally just like walking up to Walgreens and Walmarts and shit because a lot of these people that own these machines have now just walked away and don't have them anymore. And people are just walking up and loading them up in their cars and taking them.
Yeah,
Walgreens and all them don't give a shit because they want the machines out off their property. But watch it, the one guy got one to open it up and it was damn slam full of DVDs still.
how do you know if one's there and nobody's using it?
Because it wasn't connected to anything. The power and everything was shut off on it. It was actually
Well,
disconnected. It was just bolted to the ground.
okay.
Everything was disconnected from it. The guy unbolted it, stuck it in his truck, and took off with it. And he did a whole video of him opening it up and everything, and it was just slam full of DVDs. But of course, he had like 15 copies of every damn movie that was in there.
Yeah.
But shit, I'd
Yeah.
throw them bitches on eBay, start selling them.
Yeah.
And then this one guy was doing. He used to be an owner of a bunch of the machines and he was showing the fucking piles of boxes he had in his house left over that were just slam full of
Give
DVDs.
Cleo
I mean,
her pill.
thousands of DVDs. And he was like, nobody's coming to pick them up. He goes, what do I do with them? And everybody's like, sell them. Fuck it. He said he tried to get a hold of the company that owns. I think there's a company that owns the rights to it. He said he tried to get a hold of them for months to come pick up all those boxes of DVDs, and nobody wanted to come get them.
You ready for your pill, huh? That Google device said, give Cleo her pill. She's standing over here looking at me like, where's that? You ready for your pill? Huh? You ready for it? You want it? Okay, let's go get it. You ready? Let's go get it.
And then Blockbuster had their own kiosks for a little while, then they ended up shutting down.
That give Cleo her pill.
Still want to go to that. Do what?
What the Blockbuster that's still open?
Yeah, it's in Washington, I believe. It's actually where Lance lives.
Yeah, Lance goes to it. No, he don't.
You can actually still go get a video. They actually still rent out videos. So you can actually go get you a Blockbuster card and everything there.
Uh-huh.
Well, what's great is that when that company died and those people decided, hey, I'm going to make a nostalgia store for people to come into still. It was marketing genius, dude. That store kicks ass, dude. People go in there just to buy a video or just to walk around. They buy merch in there. That place makes money from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many YouTuber videos I've seen of them people driving 4 states over just to go see it. Doing a whole like vlog session on the way there.
Mm.
So I remember before Redbox used to get them in the mail before they had the kiosk. You could get like 4 or 5 DVDs at a time. They'd send them to you in the mail. Then you get a little return label sleeve to send them back in.
Hmm.
So I only got to use that service for about a year before they shut that down. They went to the kiosk.
How did they give you the DVDs? Were they in the plastic cases or were they just
Yeah,
sort of like loose?
there's a little
No, they
thin
were.
plastic case.
Yeah, it was made for. Are you talking about the machine or in the mail?
Yeah, the machine.
Yeah, they were thin plastic cases that were designed for the machine.
All right.
They're really thin, dude.
Oh, yeah, they were little.
I don't know how many. I wonder how many movies Redbox can hold. I don't know how many. Hold, let me look. How many?
Yeah, it used to be a lot in that thing. You used to be able to go run through that list, run through that list. It was a lot.
Redbox. Hold.
You know, the other day they I went out by the Sunset Beach, Sunset Park down here, Sunset Point, and they started rebuilding the fishing pier. So I went out there day before yesterday to see how much progress they did in a couple of days, and the barge and everything's gone. They got about 10 pilings in, but the barge and everything's gone, and all the equipment's moved. It had to be because of the water coming up. But they're moving them up. They moved them out. They'll probably bring them back. But they finally, after 4 years, 5 years, they're finally repairing it. It's 5 years.
So looks like they hold about 630 DVDs,
Wow.
which really is not that much when you really think about the size of the fucking machine, though, because they're not small machines. Like if you had a serious DVD collection, you'd probably need 2 or 3 of those machines to hold all of them.
How many it holds?
630.
Man,
But
yeah,
I
mine
know
would work.
people that got thousands of DVDs in their collection now. Like my sister, her ex-boyfriend, God, dude, he had probably 2 or 3 thousand DVDs in his collection. He had this massive wall just full of them. Because he let me go through there one day and take all the I was going through all the Blu-ray cases, and he let me go in there and take all the free digital copy sleeves out. And I had a shit ton of good free digital copies of movies downloaded on my old laptop years ago that I had saved, and I ended up that laptop got trashed, and I ended up not saving anything off of it.
What were the DVDs? They were about 650 gigabytes, weren't they?
Well, in the machine,
Oh,
they'd
not
have to have
that much.
duplicates of them too, right? In other words, like
Oh yeah,
like a candy bar machine has several candy bars and then it puts them out.
yeah. They'll take a, on a red box. Usually they'd have like 20 or 30 copies of all the latest movies.
Yeah, the latest ones they keep more copies of.
Yeah, they might have some older movies where they have like maybe 5 copies of the movie, and then they'll have a new release that would have like 20, 30 copies. But back in the day, there was enough red boxes around you could find one that had the movie. This shit, they're just within 5 miles of either used to be probably 15 red box machines
Really?
within a 10 mile radius. Yeah, at least 15 or 20 machines because almost every grocery store and shopping complex had 1 or 2 of them in there. So
One of the players yesterday, Captain Best. That's his name, Captain Best. He's
what's up,
grown
Corey?
since I've seen him. He's now 6'8". Right? 6'8". My green screen is only 7 foot high. I said, bitch, and he got one more year. I said, if you grow any more, I'm gonna have to take 2 pictures of your top and bottom and put them together.
Oh yeah, that's right. It wasn't Redbox. It was Netflix was the mail in back in the day before it became a digital platform. Yeah, Netflix used to do the mail in DVDs. That's right. Yeah, I forgot Netflix started off as a mail service for DVDs. Now they've grown into one of the biggest streaming platforms, if not the biggest. Yeah,
Oh,
Netflix
Jim,
is
Jim,
the
Jim.
biggest,
Jim.
and then
Orange.
Amazon. So it goes Netflix, Amazon, Max, Disney, Tencent Video, and Paramount are the 6 biggest. Damn, Netflix has 325 million global subscribers.
What about Prime then?
Prime has 200 plus million. You would think Prime would have more because Prime
Yeah.
Video is offered with your Prime membership account. And
Yeah.
I would assume there's more than 200 million Prime Video or Prime accounts being used.
Mm.
Unless they're only going based on people that have actually used the Prime Video side of it. Because I met a lot of people that didn't even know they got Prime Video or the music with their Prime membership. I'm like, yeah, you get both.
Yeah.
I pay $2.99 a month for music. They don't give it to me.
You don't get it free with your Amazon Prime account?
No.
I do.
I'm gonna double check it because they might be charging me for it and I'm not supposed to.
Mm.
I get what you call it free.
Because I can hook Prime up to Amazon Music up to my glasses, as well as Apple Music.
I'm gonna have to double check that today.
Let me see if the. Yeah, it says, and this is coming from Amazon's website. It says Prime Music is included in your Amazon Prime membership at no additional cost. So I'm wondering if you're paying for that. I'm wondering if you have that Amazon Music linked to another email and you're paying it as a separate account.
I didn't think so.
You might want to check that though, because they shouldn't be charging you if it's on the same account. Like I said,
check that
unless
shit
you,
right now.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's possible when you set up that music account, you may have set it up under another email that you use and not realized it. And maybe that's why they didn't catch it and they started charging you for it. Redbox was owned by McDonald's originally. I didn't know that. Interesting. Did not know that. Not, I'd definitely be calling up Amazon and be like, why the fuck are you charging me $2.99 a month? Because you might get like a year's worth of payments back.
Yeah, I
That's what I'm
doubt
gonna
that.
do. I'm
Wouldn't
gonna
hurt,
be David. What are you talking about?
wouldn't hurt to call and ask them.
Let me see something here.
Unless they have some kind of extra subscription, but
It says Amazon Music Unlimited.
yeah, that should come
Let's
with
see.
your Prime account. Just like Amazon Video. Now you don't get every movie free on Amazon Prime Video, but you get quite a bit.
Mm.
They still have paid videos.
Yeah, so I'm getting charged $7 a month. What you talking about?
Yeah, I think my Paramount is attached to my Amazon as well, but that costs extra.
Unless they're breaking down the, what is it, $15 a month for Prime now?
Well, look this up real quick. Find out if there's a difference between Amazon Prime Music and Amazon Music Unlimited. Bet you there's a difference. Yeah, well, I'll ask that Google device right here. Hold on one. Hey, Ziggy, is there a difference between Amazon Prime Music and Amazon Unlimited Music?
There is a difference. So Prime Music includes free with your standard Prime membership. It features 100 million songs ad free, but you can generally only shuffle play them. You can't pick specific songs to play on demand.
So that's for songs, that's not for video, right?
Yeah. And Amazon Music Unlimited allows you to pick songs on demand. Unlimited skips through tracks. And it gives you a better quality of the music, like quality download, apparently. I don't know. I don't use Amazon Music.
Yeah, I
So.
canceled it anyway. I'll use the other one. It cancels on the 4th. It just did it again, the 14th. So the 14th the next month. It went from 654 to 754, so I'm canceling it. I don't need to be paying it. I don't use it anyway. You know what I
mean,
use it
in
for?
all,
I use it on kids' birthdays to do Beatles' birthday. So I can play it in the background when I'm telling them happy birthday when I send them a message.
I don't use the Amazon Music, but I use the YouTube Music that I get free with my membership. I get access to YouTube Music for free.
Yeah, but YouTube Premium's expensive.
But in reality, I mean, if you want to listen to music free and not pay for it at all, you can just go on YouTube and find a playlist that somebody built of your favorite artist and put it
Yeah.
on play and just let it play, and you got your music.
Hey, Paul, did you get those new strobe you were talking about?
No, not yet.
Which ones you got? The ones that hook to the arms?
No, they're just the plain ones where you put the Velcro on the front and the back.
Firehouse does sell 3D printed clips that you can buy, but you have to buy them separately.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you were getting the ones that go on the arms.
it's a custom clip you have to buy that clips on there. But they're 3D print quality. When I ordered them, now mind you, this was 5, 6 years ago. When I ordered those Arc 5s, I ordered the 3D printed clips that came with them that you had to order separately. And their print quality back then was horrible, dude. Like you could 100% tell they were 3D printed. Like the lines horrible on it.
Well, the
layers.
reason I didn't buy those
And they broke
the
within a week
for-
after I got them.
for the Mini 5 Pro was because it wouldn't fit in the case with those on the arms. You'd have to put them on and take them off, put them on and take them off.
Oh yeah, with the clips you had to do the same thing.
Well, you're putting them on, you got the case for the Air 2S, right? You use it?
Yeah, but it's conformed right to the drone. There isn't any extra space.
Okay. I thought it was wider.
Well, like I said, when I bought those Arc 5s, I bought their 3D printed clips. And within a week of me having to take them off every time I put my drone back in the case, they ended up breaking. So I just went to Velcro because they were, like I said, the print quality back then wasn't that good.
Reaction to one of your other meds.
Where's Mark? Mark, you still here?
Yeah.
Last night, you and Bill got into it, huh?
You what?
You and Bill got into it a little bit.
Oh, well, I mean, he wasn't listening, was he?
No, he wasn't. I mean,
Wait, hold on, what happened?
well, last night he was getting you were getting an echo, right?
But only when Ron was talking, you were getting an echo through Bill.
Yeah, I was getting it. I was getting it too. I think everybody was getting it.
Well, whose channel was this?
Bill, the drone reviewer,
Bill.
And who was
So-
on his panel?
him and Ron
Just
Ron
Ron.
Brown.
Oh,
And
okay.
Mark mentioned that he must have the speakers too high or something like that. And all Bill did was bite back.
Mm.
I got my thing set to this. That's in the back. I know it's right and all of this. We have to talk. If you want to talk to this, let's get it out to chat. Send it to him in an email. After he said it a second time, I just got off the show. I couldn't listen to him anymore.
Oh yeah, Bill's a fucking crybaby, dude. I agree.
Oh, he was.
We all
didn't
know
like
how
to be-
sensitive his ass gets.
Mm.
He was being told something he didn't want to. He wanted to be wrong with.
He got called out in one video by Dan, Drone Worship from Tampa. This motherfucker goes to a lawyer and has the lawyer send a cease and desist letter to Dan.
Yeah, watch out. You're
Over-
gonna get one there, Mark. You're gonna get a cease and desist letter.
Over a fucking comment that Dan made online. He got that butthurt to where he went to a fucking lawyer. And Dan showed me the letter.
You might get banned from his channel.
Dude,
No, it's the
when people come in and let you know
Oh,
that something's fucked up on your stream, you should be thankful for that. Because,
Go on.
dude, I've seen people go 30 minutes, talking in a live stream and something's fucked up in their audio. And nobody in the chat's letting them know that their audio's fucked up.
Or
so
they're
when
letting him know when
somebody,
he's not reading the chat.
so letting somebody know, I mean, you should be thankful that they're letting you know, hey, something's fucked up. Not
What
get
did
pissed off
Dre
at your
do one
audience
time?
for it.
Hey Dre, what did you do one time? You were on and nobody could hear you.
Oh, he was on for like 45 minutes or something
Yeah,
before he
everybody's
finally
telling you, we
realized.
can't hear you. We can't hear you. Then he realized.
But to be fair, Dre, that was when Dre was first starting the live stream, and
Don't
don't
give him
think-
an excuse.
yeah, I ended up trying to call Dre on his phone, and I was messaging him, dude, your audio's fucked up. Your audio's fucked up. He didn't get the message, I think, till the next day, so it didn't help
That's
him at all.
funny. That's funny. I need an AI program that I could put the rosters in and it could go and look at these pictures and recognize the numbers and put the names in. Now that would be one I need to develop. There actually is a program out there. I don't know what it is. A friend of mine's got it. I gotta ask him. I just didn't. You still got to put the roster in. So
Oh, I gotta go back. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this. How far into the show was it?
what are you talking about? Last night,
Yeah,
about midway.
the only streams for like an hour.
Yeah, it was about 25, 30 minutes into it.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was getting really mad. You could hear him getting mad. He said, let's end it. You know, if you want to further the discussion, email me at billthedronereviewer@gmail.com.
You know, I didn't hear him say that.
When he did that, I just said, "Oh hell, I don't feel like listening to him anymore." Because I'd already heard the story about his
Oh
broken
my
garage door
God.
twice. You heard it?
What is this shit right here?
June 28th expiry.
Oh, that's his wife when she was young. That comes. You got to start it. Play the beginning.
Oh, I know, and it's a shitty ass AI voiceover.
Yeah, I know. You heard it, huh?
So that might just
Yeah.
be a reaction.
Yeah, I wait till it comes in
Is
before I
that
put the
mine or
sound.
yours?
Hold on, that's his wife. That was his wife. Does she still look like that?
No, no.
Yeah, I mean, he was just trying to blame it on StreamYard, and there's no way it was StreamYard, or we'd have been hearing an echo with him as well.
Yeah, he was getting downright belligerent in that one part, at the last part to you. So I says, I don't want to hear him anymore. I turned it off and I said, you know what? I'm going to bed early tonight. So thank you, Mom. You let me go to bed early. 'Cause I was done. I was tired.
I mean, he knows what I'm talking about because I've been an amateur a lot longer than he has.
Oh, you brought something there here. You'd have brought something up there. Well, Lord help me. He would have never let you live that one down.
Well, I've
He'd
been
have
a
kicked you off
radio
right
am-
then.
I've been a radio am since 1981.
You know, the problem is I don't really think I'm gonna watch his show much anymore because all it is a repeat of the night before.
Who's
Oh yeah, I
show?
mean, he was going on about the 360 as though it was a brand new release.
Well, he talked about his garage door and was almost finished with it when Ron came on, then had to go over the whole story again. You know who he sounds like? Think about something. Think about it and listen good here. You've seen Ghostbusters, right?
Uh-huh.
You seen that little crazy dude in there, right? That's trying to pick up Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, what's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the little guy with glasses.
Yeah, doesn't he
Oh,
sound
yeah,
the
you're
same?
talking about what's his
The
name
gate-
from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Doesn't he
gatekeeper.
sound exactly the same as the guy in Ghostbusters as he does in Ghostbusters?
Yeah. Yeah, and
The voice and everything.
Doesn't his voice get really high pitched at times?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what it reminds me of. Every time I hear it, I'm thinking Ghostbusters.
Yeah. What the hell is that guy called?
All
Rick
right,
Moranis.
I got to the part where you were asking about omnidirectional on his mic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Rick Moranis. That's what it is.
That's it.
I had
Yeah.
to think of his name.
Is it Morales?
Morales. I was close. I'll let you correct me. I won't send you a cease and desist letter today.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's
Be typing
understanding.
Morales on here. Come on.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's understanding anything you're saying, Mark.
No, I know.
No.
Crazy,
You're
isn't it?
trying to tell him that his speakers are picking up the mic and he's yelling at you about which direction his mic facing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And the
no,
fact
it's
that
just
he did a test with it beforehand and he'd got no echo. Well, he won't get any echo because he's the one that's doing the talking.
Yeah.
and I've noticed that people that have Yeti mics have that problem when they're on speaker and not headphones. You notice that that's the problem Ron has,
Yeah.
the other Ron, and he has that problem. Like Yeti mics are really bad for picking up echo. And they're
Like I said, like I
they're
said
old
to him, the
mics.
easiest way to solve it is put headphones on. And if the echo disappears, it's because his mic's picking the speaker up.
100%. That's what it is.
Yep.
And if you can't hear the echo, you're the one causing the echo. 99.9% of the time, if you can't hear it, it's because you're causing it.
Yep. So what
That's
you
an
got to
easy way
do,
to.
Mark, next week, what you got to do, you got to go on the show again. Okay. Now,
Oh,
wait, this
dude,
is
I'm
what you got
gonna.
to do. You got to sign in first. Get in as soon as he puts the thing up, sign in first to see if he even acknowledges you. I'll put in second. So if he says Captain Joe and skips you, you know you're getting a cease and desist letter.
And then he sits and talks about the DJI VTOL. Like, who the fuck's even buying that? That you know. Like, why even have the discussion about that fucking deal?
I'm
Anybody
telling
you
you.
buying that?
Did you not notice I put on there? It says every drone is VTOL.
Technically,
All
yeah.
drones take off vertically.
Yeah.
I don't know about all drone. Do radio controlled aircraft, are they considered drones or no?
No.
Kinda.
Because they don't take off vertically.
As far as the rules go, they're all considered under the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But as far as actual calling something, you wouldn't call a radio controlled airplane a drone.
Yeah, they actually refer to it on our rules as drones and model aircraft.
So they call it the same thing.
No, they specify the difference between drones and model aircraft.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what it specified here in the States.
Same thing. But like I said, they all fall under the same rules, but they are technically different, labeled differently. That's why the radio controlled community hates the drone community so much, because they didn't have to deal with all this FAA shit until drones came out.
So drones became evident. Yeah.
And then that's when that whole community kind of really didn't like drone. That's why a lot of the AMA fields didn't allow drone pilots, because they had they didn't like them because of that.
Let me tell you what I heard last night. I gotta stop what I'm doing to tell y'all this. So last night, the Patel came on, whatever his name is. The guy is the head of the FBI right now,
Cash Patel.
Cash Patel. So he comes on, right? And he's talking to Tucker or one of them. And they were talking about the new technology they got for drones and all of this. And they were talking about how the FBI was able to defend, all the World Cup stuff and all of this. 781 drones intercepted, right? Now he says, this is how he puts it. Yeah, we were able to intercept 781 drones. Now I want to question it. I want to answer to something else. How many of those? Because they said the stuff that they're practicing with and all of this is just, for people putting explosives on them and stuff like this that could cause terrorism. How many of those 781 drones had explosives on them or was a terrorist drone? That's what I want to know.
Probably none of them, but
No, I
that's
know.
not the way
Stay
they look
that.
at it.
We intercepted it because they violated a TFR. They weren't a threat to anybody. They just violated a FAA TFR. That's what he should have said. But he made it sound like all 771 eight drone or seven eight of
Yeah,
81 drones were bad,
yeah, but the thing is, though, is one that doesn't look good on your guys' community, period. That's bad when they had to intercept that many drones, whether they
Well,
weren't doing anything malicious or not.
I sent a X
But
to him last night and said the same thing. Now he's probably going to watch me.
but you got to remember too. Remember the White House attempted assassination at the White House during the UFC fight, and they pretended they supposedly had drones.
Yeah, I heard all of that crap.
So that's what I'm saying. It only takes one story like that to overshadow any good story.
Yeah, because the average public doesn't understand the difference between drones and aircraft and all kinds of stuff.
Well, like I said, you can have a kid get rescued and everybody's cheering, happy, great. They don't give a fuck that a drone found the kid. They're just
Well,
happy a
yeah.
kid was found.
Or the guy
But
in the wintertime, they find him with a thermal drone because they found him with a thermal drone.
Yeah.
but if a drone say ran into a 3-year-old kid and knocked him over, that would make national news, and everybody would hate drones over that. Then the drones becomes a focal point of the story.
Yeah. Say some good shit about drones sometimes.
For every 1,000 good videos, it only takes one to destroy the reputation of those
Only
1,000
takes
videos.
one goat. Just one goat,
But I mean, that's bad though. You're saying 781 drones were supposedly intercepted. That's bad as
Well, it
far
is.
as that just, yeah, that just seems really bad, like numbers. And that's not helping the case of you guys trying to keep your drones either.
Well, he said, because anybody can just go into a Walmart or a Best Buy and buy a drone. That's what they said. And they don't know the rules. That's how he said it. Okay. Then you put it on the drone companies that the rules have got to come in each case. I think
I
that
think you should have to take your stuff first, and then you have to give
I
it to
agree.
and in order for them to sell you a drone, the cash register should say, we need this number and this number from your information to put in there. It does a quick verification with the FAA that you got your certification, and
Well,
boom, it approves the
I
sale.
don't think that. I think you can buy it, but
Wouldn't be
before you could fly it, you have to take the certification and put a code in. See what I mean?
something, yeah, like
Like
saying
I
that
told you,
you
when I bought
either
my Air
that or when you
2S,
go or when you go to activate it, it should require you put that stuff in before it will
yeah, when I
even let
bought
you
my
fly
Air
it.
2, I had it sitting over here on the table, and I was ready to go out and fly, and I heard something on one of the. I don't remember what show it was. Might have been Pilot Institute, and they were
Sure.
talking about the line between a commercial and a regular flight and a recreational. And I was thinking, well, I want to put these on YouTube. And since I'm a professional photographer, well, they're going to say that I'm doing a 107. So I flew it inside my house up and down 2 or 3 times just to get the feel of it and took the 107. Then I went out and flew it. But I didn't walk out the house till I got my 107. And
Are
I
you
sat here for 2 weeks dying wanting to fly the drone. But
are you saying they were found at their houses or they weren't found at their houses, Dre?
they said they were
Yeah, but the way
located.
you word
Yeah, he said they were located to alter carry weapons. But
located at any of the houses, so that's why I'm not sure if he meant they were or they weren't.
they were or were not. He said they were altered. Okay, I can understand how you put a drop system on it, but that still doesn't mean it, I don't know. What,
Oh, he's
it
saying
doesn't
they
have anything
weren't
to do with the
located.
781 that we just got confiscated. No,
Yeah, but whether there
I haven't
was
seen him
anything
yesterday.
malicious found with the drones, that they don't look at it that way. They look at it as you're not supposed to be in this area. There's thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people here attending an event. They look at it as a threat regardless. And that's the way they're going to label it too.
I shot a picture of a kid yesterday. And this kid is sometimes you identify with one of them and you follow them the whole 4 years. And it's like, bam, as soon as you see him, you know who he is. It's like, and it's a different relationship you
What's up,
have.
Jim?
And it could be it's like the guy's got potential, he's gonna play good and all of this or whatever. It's just a nice guy, says hello to you or whatever it is. Got this one kid caught. His first year he got hurt, and I was getting ready to refund the money. Mom said, just shoot pictures of whatever you can shoot of him on the sidelines with his cast on the little scooter and everything. So I did that. He played the last couple of games. He played the first game, the last couple of games. Last year he played very seldom, and they paid 250 for the year, and I was about to give him the money back again. And she says, just don't worry about the money, shoot the pictures. And varsity games, he was the guy running the ball around, picking the ball up, getting it to the officials. So I would get him running across the field. He's just happy to be on the field. This year, he comes up, takes the picture, and I said, he didn't take his picture. I just found his picture. I didn't even recognize him. I didn't even say hello to him. I don't know what the difference was this year that I didn't see him. Or it could have been the kid right before him, Will, that I was messing with. And then because he and I are the same thing, he always said, Mr. Joe, hey, thank you, Mr. Joe, and all these he want me to help you hand out pictures and all this. He's always wanting to help. And he came in right before the court, and I must have just overlooked him. And I feel bad about it because usually I say court when he walks up. I didn't say shit to him. He said, hands behind your back. And it could be my editor was there too, Joe, and he and I were messing with each other too. So that could have been the whole problem. But hey Justin, I grabbed that one kid yesterday that he played in one game last year in the playoffs, and then grades he couldn't play in the beginning because he was ineligible. Then he played in the one playoff game, made like 16 tackles. The guy's a beast. And then his grades messed up, and he couldn't play in the next playoff game. And if he would have played, they would have won. And I grabbed him yesterday because I heard the stories. He's playing around. He's got a vape that he's using in school, and it's supposed to be a vape he's not supposed to be using. And I grabbed him. I gave him shit yesterday. He's a senior this year. And he came and I said, take your gloves off. You can't use the gloves. Come on, man. I want to look good in the picture. I said, and I was going to let him use them because the seniors, I'll let them do the gloves and a different hand and everything. So I got there and I messed with him and I pulled him aside. He got his arm around my neck like this. And I said, listen to me good. I'm telling you, I'm being nice. I've heard a lot of stuff about you. You're a D1 player. You know you're a D1 player. You want to play D1. But you got to get all this little bullshit you're doing around the school and stop. I said, because when you get caught and you get kicked off the football team, and you know you're going to get caught because they're looking at you now. I said, I'm going to kick your ass like that. I said, because I want to see you in D1. Okay, Mr. Joe. I said, no, just don't tell me, okay, Mr. Joe. Say, okay, you understand. Stop your shit. Play your football. Get your shit done. But I let him wear his glove yesterday. He was happy with that. I didn't say bitch to any about I didn't say bitch to any about him yesterday. Nobody got a bitch yesterday. But they were doing good. I did call one player by the wrong name though. He looked at me, what? Henry, I said, Mr. White. I said, oh shit, that's Henry. Come on.
I like
It's
how he's trying
White.
to blame it on StreamYard. It ain't
Yeah, you heard
StreamYard, it's
that,
your
right?
fucking speakers.
Hey, but you heard you heard how mad he got?
You could tell he wasn't. I've seen him get butt hurt a lot worse than that, but yeah, he got a little butt hurt. Wasn't that overly bad.
Yeah, he was butthurt, all right.
I bet if we all went in there next week, though, and just keep bringing up sound quality issues through there, I bet he'd blow the fuck up.
Let's do that.
Just go in there next week, like 4 or 5 people, just keep bringing up audio issues.
Yeah, you're getting sound, and when Ron's talking, we're hearing it.
Even if it sounds good, we'll just say it sounds like shit.
It sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Glad you thought of it. I might have to do it next week now. Might have to do it.
Yeah, you remind me, I'll definitely jump in there with you.
Mark, you got to come in too. We'll get Johnny to come in too. We'll get Dre to come in too. Lance, you got to do it.
Just we won't talk about nothing he's talking about in the chat or on the panel.
Say, Lance,
keep
I will say, Lance, didn't you hear the speakers, the echo? Yeah.
Yeah,
Trey says, yeah, I hear it too. It must be his mic.
and we'll like make up like 30 different reasons why it might be doing it, just to confuse him.
Oh, that's I mean that. Oh boy, he'd probably kill the screen.
Probably a bad cord. Maybe the mic's no good.
It could be.
Maybe your setup just sucks.
We gotta write this down somewhere.
I wanted to forget if somebody don't remind me.
No, I gotta write it on put it on my wall right there. Hey, get Paul back. Tell him put next Tuesday, put on there, get on Bill's show and talk about the mic on his calendar so he'll read it.
I've seen him rage quit a live stream before. I've seen him do it quite a few times.
Now I'll watch your show next week for that.
The only time I ever go watch his channel is when y'all bring up some kind of controversy with him, which seems to be more than.
I'm gonna have to call Johnny later and ask him if he saw that part.
No, if you got really thin skin, you really should not be online. To be honest, you should just stay away from the internet.
Oh, don't read the chat. I was sitting in the office yesterday. I had a 40-minute gap between this one group. Oh no, hour and 10-minute gap between the seniors and others. How fast I was finished. I'm sitting there, and my editor comes and he's sitting next to him, and I looked at him and said, I'm tired. I didn't get to take my nap today. And he started laughing. He said, you take a nap? I said, shit, I'm retired, man. I take a nap every day if I can. Go back there and lay down for about an hour. Lately, I haven't. I've just been getting up and going fly the drone. Yesterday was the first day this month I didn't fly a drone. And I had time to do it. I should have done it right after what you call it. I shot the pictures. Got this one kid, his last name Seal, Ceaseale, right? For some reason, I want to say Steel every time.
What's that? That's your clothes and dryer.
Hey, Paul, we need you to do something.
What's that?
On Tuesday next week on your calendar, you got to write, y'all go on Bill the Drone Reviewers and talk about his mic. So we won't forget.
Okay.
We're all gonna go in there, Dre and everybody, and we're gonna do that. Come on, Dre, you gotta do it. Yeah, he says Ron often has the echo, even on Drone Nation. There you go, Dre. Dre, you gotta come in, you gotta do it.
And you try to tell people, switch to headphones, switch to headphones. This, if
They don't
you're
do
going to
it.
be,
Yeah.
you should really use headphones if you're going to do, especially if you're trying to do a professional stream, semi-professional stream. You really should use headphones.
Justin, I made you
Why?
the host because I got to run an errand real quick.
All right.
Do what you want to do. If not, get back because I got to run an errand. It's actually two errands, but they're both on the same way. But if I don't see you, I'll see you.
It's still early.
Mhm.
This week I had a doctor's appointment, right? Remember I told you about Dr. Long, the guy that I was told I could handle him from my friend. That's an insurance guy. Used to be the guy who worked for Anthony Campo at Simple Goodness. And he's the doctor that the first time I saw him, he told me, why are you wearing why you got the cane? I said, because my knee hurts, it's because you're fat, right? And he's the one
Yeah.
that told me last time that, well, you're no longer obese two, you're only obese three. I mean, obese two, obese three, you're only obese two. So I'm still fat, right? He looks at me and he goes, well, you're looking good. You lost 6 more pounds. I said, well, if I take the pants off and the shoes off, I'll be 6 pounds more because I got 6 pounds worth of clothes on. Because I was 6 pounds difference in my scale and his scale. And I got one of those scales too. And he goes, yeah, but we don't want to see you without clothes on. I said, well, y'all need to just take 6 pounds off then. So he goes, well, he said, you're looking good. Now I'm a little, I'm fatter than you. I said, so I'm still fat. So he says, when it was all said and done, he says, well, I don't need to see you. It's July 21st. He goes, 20th. He said, I don't need to see you till next year in July, unless something comes up. I said, good, that's okay. And he said, Mounjaro, he says, I'm gonna give you a 1 year supply of Mounjaro. So I've got a 1 year supply of Mounjaro. I had to go pick up they give you 3 months at a time. And for some reason, I don't have any copay this time. Zero. Usually it's $12.55. So I'm wondering if you give it for a larger amount, they take the copay off. But that's good. It saves me $12.55.
I know I only get 4 weeks at a time.
Yeah, they send us 3 months at a time. I get 3 boxes. So it's
Yeah,
ready
a lot
for
of
me.
people have been,
Go
a lot of
go
people
get
have
it.
been buying that stuff direct. Apparently, there's a way to buy it directly from the manufacturer now, and you can get it a lot cheaper because, like, some insurances want like $300-400 a month that you have to pay out of pocket to get that shit. And
Yeah, I would
apparently,
be fighting about that.
apparently your doctor can hook you up straight with the manufacturer and you can get it for like $20-30 a month if you go straight through them.
Well, I got a problem going. I think it's an ear infection or something, and I've got the lymph nodes on this side is swollen, and my jaw hurts. So it could be a tooth problem back there, but I don't have any problem. I don't think I have any problems with the teeth, right?
You shouldn't be having a delay in your headphones, Dre. I've never had a delay issue in my headphones.
But in my jaw right here, I'm getting a little pain. And I told him about it, and he checked my ear, and he said, you got a little wax in there deep. He said, but it could be anything. He said, you could be getting a little virus. He said, so take some vitamin C and zinc, see if that works. And if it don't work in about 4 days, let me know.
Well,
It's been 2 days and it's still bothering me.
there's always a delay between what we say and what they hear on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't think he's talking about that kind of delay though.
You got the same mic as Bill?
He's got that old ass fucking Yeti mic. That thing's like 5, 6 years old at this point. The design of that mic. I don't even think Yeti's put out a new mic in like 5 or 6 years. I think they're still selling the same old microphone.
I was gonna buy one. I didn't get it. I got the same one, the HyperX you got.
Yeah, the HyperX, they come out with new mics all the time. At least once
Yeah, I
a
bought
year they
that one
come
with the
out with
boom
them.
because I got a special.
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't
think
think
my,
Yeti's really.
I think my Blue Yeti's a lot older than that.
Well, and it's all owned by
Let's see.
Logitech too. And like Logitech, they haven't put out really anything like camera wise or anything in a while either. They're still selling their old shit. Oh yeah, they got a Blue Yeti GX dynamic.
What's up, Dre?
I think that's
Yeah,
new.
what's up?
You made
Very
note,
quiet.
right? Of that for next week. We gotta go on Bills and do that. We have to. We have got to.
I was listening.
I mean, I'm gonna do it.
Hit me in the heart there.
If y'all do it,
You
I'll
know
do it.
well.
I don't mind getting kicked off. 'Cause all it is repetitive from the night before anyway.
Like I said, I don't know. I started to watch the show last night, and he was rambling on about something, and I just like, I was like, listen, because basically he rambles on until Ron shows.
He was rambling on about his garage door, and how
Yeah,
much cheaper
That's
it was
lightning
just to
strike.
change the
And
whole
talking about
unit
how
out.
the
And then
motor
when
had-
Ron,
got fried and other stuff.
yeah, and then when Ron came on, he told the whole story again.
Yeah. So about I had turned it off about time Ron showed up. And like I said, I noticed more lately Ron has an echo. And I don't know if Ron is keeping both the YouTube feed and whatever they're using, StreamYard or whatever, on at the same time. But
No, because the echo would be farther apart, if that makes sense.
I know
Like you would be,
usually it's
you'd be hearing it 30
15
seconds
seconds,
or
20
so.
seconds, sometimes even late, like Paul's show can be up to a minute behind.
But like I was rewatching it last night, or rewatching it just a minute ago, and that echo was like instant when he was talking. So that means that that was back feed coming from somebody's speakers, and it was most likely Bill's speakers because Bill couldn't hear the echo.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that something's going on there that's causing the feedback and delay on somebody's side. Now, my system, it depends what I have the headphones connected to. Now, right now, everything's good. I'm connected off of the mixing board, and I have YouTube. Is I can't even hear it because I don't have external speakers and stuff. And it'll probably be about 30 seconds behind or longer Paul's show and stuff. So
Well, I have YouTube paused. I don't even have it playing when we're on Zoom.
Bill's got the same problem Ron Lockwood does. It's just his mic is picking up his speakers.
yeah.
It's like I said, 99% of the time, if
It'd
you
be
can't,
nice, like I say, even when I have it hooked to my my YOLO box, there's a slight delay. Not much, just a slight. And when you wear the headphones and you're talking, and then your ears start to pick up the delay, and it can get a little bit confusing.
yeah, because like I said too, 99.9% of the time, if you can't hear the echo, you're most likely the one causing it.
Yeah.
And he couldn't hear it, and he didn't even notice it. And I think that's what it is. And
Yeah,
of course, he doesn't want to take constructive
About
criticism.
Any negativity, he gets extra sensitive.
And it's all it is people letting you know, hey, something's fucked up, and he takes it
And
personal.
that's why, when I get on my show, the first thing I ask, hear me, is the audio good? Because that is a known issue. I don't care who you are.
Oh,
And we're
audio's always your
podcasting,
biggest pain in
whatever,
the
if
ass.
it's Paul or me or Bill or whoever else you may watch on YouTube, audio is one of the first things you want to check to make sure, can everybody hear me? But like I say, I only go on once a month. So 9 times out of 10, whatever I had set up the month before may not work the next time because usually I get some kind of firmware update and the yellow box, and it changes all your settings back to default.
Yeah, and audio is always going to be your big. That's why I tell people when they start live streaming, I'm like, your audio is going to be your most biggest pain in the ass. Everything else is easy.
Yeah,
I was like, your audio is the
because
biggest pain in the
you
ass.
can't hear yourself in a real time environment. So just like, I was having that feedback issue for a while, and I had to switch out cords and everything else, and then come to find out it was my mixer board and the way I have it configured. And even the one I have now is when I talk with you guys, I can run through the computer, no buzzing sound, no feedback, nothing at all. But when I live stream, I have to disconnect the computer altogether and run it straight to the yellow box and let the yellow box stream to YouTube, or I will get feedback.
Talking about audio, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we always hear you, just your voice is just naturally muffled.
Mine is?
No, Lance, you're good today.
Oh, okay.
Lance,
So
Yeah.
great audio, some great audio information, but I want to get back to the insurance thing. So Lilly is one of the companies that supplies that medicine. They want to charge me $400 a month to
Wow.
use them. My insurance company will not give me that drug because they say my sleep apnea is my sleep, whatever you call it, is too severe for that, and I'm not diabetic, and my BMI isn't high enough. So I'm basically screwed at $400 a month if I want to try it,
Right.
which is too much.
See, Sarah had the opposite. Her insurance wanted to charge her like $300-400 a month for that medication, but her doctor can hook her up with the manufacturer directly somehow, and she can get it for like $30 a month.
Yeah.
By going straight to them and buying it, because now you can go right to them and buy it
like
now.
that now, where if you can contact them directly, they can work out a deal for you where you won't pay as much, or they may cover it 100%.
Yeah. So I tried Lilly, like I said. Lilly is the one. I think there's like two big companies. In fact, they're going at it right now. And they said $400 a month. I thought, hell no, I'll walk every day.
They want that teacher pension money.
They do.
Because when you have thyroid issues like Sarah did, man, that fucks with your weight really bad. Like that's the best thing Jason could be doing right now, since he's got that same Graves' disease as Sarah. Him already being somewhat fit and keeping exercising is going to be good for him, because he will put on the pounds if he doesn't. If you're not regularly exercising, because that thyroid really fucks with your weight, your hair, bunch of different shit. That stupid little thing goes haywire in your neck and it fucks up all kinds of stuff in your body.
Yep.
Sorry to hijack that, guys, because your audio piece was interesting. I think
we all deal with it. I mean, especially like you, Lance, you go from a phone to your computer and totally different.
Yeah.
Noise removal default. Original sound for musicians.
Too bad Paul isn't here. He wouldn't see how beautiful the Pacific Northwest is today. It's supposed to be about 90 today.
184 right now, so it must be that storm blowing wind.
I figure I'd get out and get my walk in early.
Degrees, sunny, 8 o'clock in the morning. The AC's already kicked in.
we're at 24 degrees centigrade.
I haven't gotten an extended warranty scam call in a long time.
So
I just had one call me.
My Marine Corps son, remember I told you they had an accident and they totaled the car?
No,
Nobody,
it's been a while since I've been on, so
his
okay?
wife his wife, well, everybody's fine.
Okay.
With the day he got back off the thing they're driving,
Mhm.
she must have been paying attention to him, and she drove through a red light.
Oh, wow.
It just changed,
Mhm.
and they have the delay lights, right? So she
Right.
was going through it as it changed, and the car must have pulled out. The truck must have pulled out first
Mm.
and nicked him and tore the front end up a little bit. But they totally, because it was by the wheel well and everything.
Right.
So they got their money back. So they've been going back and forth because my other son was trying to sell him the truck that he's got to get out of his truck,
Mhm.
which they wanted a truck, but he didn't want to pay the price of a truck. But then he only had to finance like $17,000. So he went off and went off and went off, and the wife decided she didn't want the truck. She didn't want the other car because they have one car got a $200 note on, or
Mhm.
about 4,000 left on it. So they got 7,000 back. They went in yesterday, instead of purchasing a car, they leased a car.
I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm not either, but they leased a Honda CRX,
Mhm.
400 something a month.
Unfortunately, a lot of people are leasing
Yeah.
cars these days because the payments are a lot cheaper a month.
Yeah, it's 400 a month.
That's why.
You had to put 2,000 down.
Oh yeah, if he
Yeah.
would have gotten that car on a loan to buy it, he would have been paying like 800 or 900 a month minimum, if
Yeah,
not
that's what he
up
said.
to
He said the note was
1,200.
about 300 more.
Yeah,
I
because
said,
your
well, I
minimum
don't agree with it,
car,
you know.
your average minimum car payment now is 900 a month on your national average.
The way
Is
I look
between
at it
900 and
is,
1,200.
the way I look at it is after 4 or 5 years, I own that car. You know, I have a 2010 and it's been paid off since 2014. My wife has a 2017. It's been paid off since 2021. And now we're not paying anything. We're not continually paying the lease payments because you turn the car in and you lease another car and you're paying for life basically.
Well,
Yeah.
I
I keep
mean,
it
legally,
for a long time.
if you got tons of money, like if you're living good life, leasing a car is not a bad way to go because you can turn it in every couple of years and get a new one.
Yeah, true.
But for an average person, it's not the best way to go. But I understand why more people are doing car leases now because it's just the payments are half the cost of what it is to buy a car.
And so for 2014 to 2017, when we bought my wife's new car, we didn't have any payments. And then at 2017, you know, we only had one payment until 21, and we haven't had any payments since 21. So,
Well, he's got that other one. He got a $200 payment on his other one, and he owes about 4,000 on it. He got 7,000 back from the wreck, from the accident, and he put 2,000 down, so he still got 5. And I told him, pay the other one off like that. He said that's what we planned on doing, but now we don't know. I said, why you don't know? You said you're going to do it. Pay it off. That way you only have one note instead of $600 a month. You got $400 a month.
yeah.
So he said, yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
Oh yeah, I love
And,
these car companies that still post ads and they're like, get a car payment as low as $2 to $3.99 a month. I'm like, ain't nobody getting a payment that low buying a car. I don't care if you have a 900 credit score. You ain't gonna get a car payment that low unless you're leasing the car.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
And
they
I've probably
did.
driven my car since I've retired, uh, 30 miles total in a month, where I would drive 18 miles one way just to work. So that's 36 miles a day for 5 days a week.
I
just
drive roughly
had to
about,
drive.
I drive probably about 18 miles a day going back and forth to work.
Check out this tree.
Oh, wow.
Gnarly. Washes up. It's been here for a couple of years now.
That's a
But,
big
a
old
lot
one
of,
too.
lot of driftwood.
And that does that drift down from the logging?
You know, some of it could do you see that cliff way in the distance
Okay.
there? Those trees, because it's starting to erode away, those trees fall into the bay and eventually they end up over here. But no,
Do
I
they
don't think
cl-
any of it's logging because they're so tree looking and they're not uniform like they would be for logging.
Well, like I say, it's not perfectly shaped, but like you said, erosion is more likely the culprit. But I didn't know
Yeah.
if you're near a river outlet or inlet,
Yeah.
as you would say.
But if
Yeah.
you look at that one looks
Sometimes-
like it might have been cut. This one over here, let me show you this one way over here.
They don't.
This one
Why
for
don't they
sure.
clean? Why don't they clean any of that shit up?
This one for sure has been cut, right?
Well,
You got a
after
point.
so long, Justin, it becomes part of the ecosystem.
And it protects the
guess.
bulkheads, Justin. It protects the bulkheads, so the bulkheads on the houses last longer.
Okay.
If there's beechwood here, we
That
never
just-
clear out in front of our place, but the people on either side of us always clear out, and their bulkheads aren't going to last as long.
I
Because
mean, I get that, but at the same time, I just kind of
Yeah.
sucks to have all that in front of your house.
yeah, and these guys have got it. In fact, if you look here, this is like one of the nicest houses on the beach. This is my house.
Because like the area is
Um,
nice, the houses are nice, but that just makes it look like you guys just went through a damn hurricane or something all the time.
But they clear a path right there. No one got
That's what
my
it look-
joke, but that's okay.
I got the joke. I laughed. You heard me?
Yeah, yeah, because
That's the nicest house on the beach. That's my house. I heard it.
you know what my A-frame looks like. It's a pile.
No, it's not a house, it's a cabin.
Cabin. Yeah.
When Lance tries to call it a cabin, like he lives out in the middle of the woods. He's in a damn cul-de-sac on the neighborhood.
You say, Justin, Lance goes clamping, not camping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. You see all the houses.
I'm going clamping this weekend.
He's like, we got a small, quaint little cabin in the woods. And it's like a 14-bedroom house.
So
Yeah.
check out this float, guys. It's a picnic table. They've got 500-gallon barrels on either end, and they come out here and it's pretty cool looking. They get to use this and
I was watching
Yeah.
one of those what do you call it, housing shows on HTV or whatever it is. And the realtor was showing his family this house in Alaska,
yeah,
19,000 square foot home. Has 8 bedrooms, 7 bathroom type of deal. Has an extension to the house that has a full size tennis court, basketball court, and observatory on the roof.
Dude,
nice.
do you imagine how much that costs building that in Alaska?
$3
Like
million.
it's expensive
Oh, that
enough
was
building a
supposed to be
fucking
$3
shack in Alaska.
And it overlooks the whole town below it.
Dude, I've seen people living in like they almost look like storage units in Alaska because that's all they can afford.
Yeah.
Like little tiny like boxes that they
Guy
build.
had a garage that had nothing but classic cars and had about 5 or 6 classic cars in the garage.
How much did you say you spent on it?
They were selling it for 3-point-something million.
It's actually not bad. I was figuring that
actually
would
a
have been
great
like
price.
15. Yeah, I was like
Okay, but like I say,
3
that's where
times
you
that
live
much.
at. And like I say, going into town, it wasn't that far because the town was right below them. They could see the whole town below them. But there was another spot they were showing these people, which I thought was insane. It's off the Snake River where Marcus always goes to, but was on the, I want to say the Oregon side or Washington side. And only way you can get to these houses off the river is by boat. There are no roads. So you have to use a boat. And he's
Cool.
showing these little small houses, and they were pretty expensive. And a lot of them didn't have no AC. Everything runs off generators or propane. I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah, there ain't no going and getting a midnight snack at McDonald's.
No, oh no. I say the closest one to town was a 45-minute boat ride. The farthest one was over an hour and a half. And if you want to
Jesus.
bring your
No.
furniture, you got to find somebody who's going to ship your stuff to the house.
Yep. Don't forget your milk, right?
Yeah, better have a cow.
Oh yeah, I've seen videos of this. This one girl was doing videos of her family's little convenience store in a real northern Alaska town. Oh my God, dude, the cost of shit in there was insane. Like a 12 pack of soda was like 25, 30 bucks. I was like, Jesus.
I was just reading up on a guy who's he's suing the government. He was flying a little bush plane, some small town in Alaska that doesn't allow alcohol. Federal land. So they confiscated his plane, wrote him a big old ticket. So now he's suing the government for under the, I think it's the 8th Amendment, for excessive cruelty. So they took his plane. All he had was a 6-pack of beer.
So I got a question.
That's ridiculous. That could have just warranted a simple ticket.
Mhm.
Joe, I have an answer.
I got a question. So I heard on Russ's show, they fined somebody $24,000 for violating a TFR. So is that excessive? That on the 8th Amendment?
If he files it, he wants to go back after him. Because see, the thing is here is just like that whole Dieter program, which that video was about. If you agree for the fine, you
Right.
have recourse.
You have no recourse. Yeah.
No recourse. So if you agree that, okay, I'll admit guilt, I'm not going to fight it. I'll just pay my fine. Because the fines can go. They can reduce it or keep at the original amount. Everything's is in the FAA's ballpark. But that's the catch-22 of it, is that you have no recourse after it's said and done. You can't come back and say, well, hey, I don't agree with the amount you're charging me, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff, and you're just stuck.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
you
like,
have a chance trying to fight it in court, or you can accept the whatever they're going to do to it, because they may just get you up with a warning.
yeah, I think
They're feeling that day.
like I could understand them taking his plane if he was like flying drunk or something like that, but that
Mhm.
could have just warranted a simple, alcohol violation, some kind of violation ticket
And
saying,
what
"Oh,
if
you're
he
not
was
supposed to
drinking?
have
He just
this."
had it in his cargo.
Yeah, that's stupid. Let's see, that does seem a little excessive to
Mhm.
impound somebody's car or a car or anything over something like that.
8 hours, bottle to throttle.
That should just warrant a simple fine, especially if it's your first time getting in trouble.
But that's what Russ's video was about, the Dieter program. And
Yeah.
and like I said, that's why I saw these folks who got caught up in that World Cup mess, which I said, these folks got to learn. Sometimes, like I say, people got to learn a hard lesson to figure it out. And these folks, like I said, they're going to get, they're going to fall under that Dieter program, or they're going to try to fight it if they got a little money. But either way, they lose their drones. Drones are confiscated and not returned, period.
Yeah, and then they get sold to some jackass at a fucking auction.
That's
Art.
art.
Some art.
For him to give away and then beg for money to go to overseas.
But we turned that one fast, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
That was a quick turn on. We were ready for that one. I even misspelled the name while I was doing it, so you made me misspell the name.
I said, oops.
BOURGEOIS.
Check out these
Got me
bulkheads.
a bowl of grits with some sausage, Joe.
Oh man, you know what I ate this morning? A half of an English muffin with some strawberry jam on it.
Oh, okay.
We'll have oatmeal here in a little bit.
That's all I've eaten. Yesterday, all I ate was cereal in the morning. Came home and ate a Italian sweet sausage sandwich. It was a sandwich, but then I had cucumbers and tomatoes. That's all I ate yesterday.
Oh, no stop at Jimmy John's.
No.
Good.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. I was looking at all the apps yesterday. I was going to stop at Cane's. I was going to stop here. I was going to stop here. Came home and ate.
Yeah.
Got good willpower. I'm telling you.
It is.
For me, I'm just cheap. That's I ain't gonna stop you. I don't try to spend.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, it was a combination.
I
Although I
Yeah,
had tons of money come in yesterday, I didn't want to spend
Joe,
any.
Dre, Joe's just as cheap. He ain't going there unless he got some kind of coupon.
Oh, I was looking for coupons. That's what I was doing. It was all coupons. You know
Best
who's got
believe
the
you go.
best coupons right now? Best coupons out there right now is Taco Bell.
I can imagine.
Taco Bell got a coupon. You want to lose 5 pounds? Come get a taco.
We give you 10% off and you lose 10 pounds.
We call this taco the blood runner.
Dylan,
More the blowout.
Yeah, the blowout. We call it the blowout.
well, Pizza Hut's pissed because, like, I mean, Taco Bell's pissed because, like I said, they came back and said it wasn't Taco Bell.
Yeah. They say
Yeah,
it was,
they are pissed.
reading, but now it's all over the news. So it's like,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm,
I ain't taking a chance.
well, that's what I
Exactly.
said. Like 3 or
Exactly.
4 days after the whole thing broke out, they said they were investigating Taco Bell, and then 3 or 4 days after that, they said it was Taco Bell. But then, like JD said yesterday, there was companies putting out recalls on shredded lettuce.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that
But
company
then
deserves a
some
lot
news some news articles were showing fruits. They were like,
They didn't know exactly what it was. You know,
no, we
anything
heard,
that's organically grown on the ground could have been a part of it. Then they narrowed it down to lettuce, which is most likely the most obvious culprit in all these cases is usually lettuce.
Yes,
and
it's
you really
not the
can't.
lettuce, it's what they wash them in.
And the thing is, you really can't blame Taco Bell, even if they were part of it, because they're just buying it from a manufacturer that
Right.
sells that to multiple people, distributor.
Well, the thing with Taco Bell, they were involved with the big mystery meat deal along with Jack in the Box years
I
ago. I
remember
think it was
that.
the late 90s, early 2000s.
The horse
They
meat or
had
something
the
like that.
bad meat. They were involved in that one too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So
wasn't they were claiming they were using horse
I
meat
don't
or
even
something?
eat at Taco Bell. To
Hey
me,
guys,
there's
here's
nothing in their menu
the
that
cabin.
tickles my fancy and stuff.
Yeah,
At
the
least
bad part about that is when they made them stop using it, now it doesn't taste as good.
Yeah.
well,
They
Taco
force
Bell,
meat a lot in France.
like I said, Taco Bell used to be so cheap, dude. You could go in there with $20 and you could eat like a king. And now, if you go in there with $20, you barely get a couple tacos.
I tell you, I wish they had a Jack in the Box. The closest Jack in the Box to me is
What's up, Al?
about 40 miles.
Wow.
I wish they had one down the street because you go there all hours of the day and get anything you want, tacos, anything.
I got about 10 Taco Bells within like a
I'm
45
talking about
minute
Jack in the
drive.
Box.
Not
Jack in the
anymore.
Box. Oh yeah, we don't
Not
have any of
anymore.
those.
Maybe
That's a
3 miles
West
away
Coast.
near the freeway.
Not anymore, Justin.
And
They're all
the best
starting to
sandwich
close.
to me,
probably.
Jack in the Box ever made was the sourdough Jack.
Oh yeah.
That's a good sandwich. The rest of the menu, I could take it or leave it. You know, no big deal.
And if you save the coupon, it's 2 for 1.
Only thing
Yeah.
the fond memories I have of Jack in the Box is collecting the antenna balls back in the day.
Oh yeah, I used to have a bunch of them.
Oh, there's some that go online for hundreds of dollars, like some real rare ones that they put out. Like people still collect them. They're still a big thing, a collector's market for it. Although I don't know how long they would really last over the years because they're kind of made out of a foam. So I can imagine over a
Yeah, most
20,
cars
30
don't
year
have
period of
old antennas anymore.
FYI, guys,
Oh,
my
yeah,
phone
man.
might die, just so you know. I
What's
don't know
up,
how much
Al?
percent is left, but
No, we
And
watch
most-
it, man. So, you know, we're not as concerned as in the wintertime when you're out walking around and you might fall.
yeah. So look at these cliffs right here, guys. This is where the erosion takes place. You see that tree leaning sideways? See a house about to come off the cliff? I mean, it's pretty precarious down on this end. And you'll see as I go further down, you'll see trees hanging off the cliff
Look,
sideways.
you want one of these?
So is there anybody living in that house, or are they just like slowly moving it back every few years, or what?
They move it back every few years. They haven't moved it back for probably 5, but I think they're about ready
Loki,
to
come
do
see.
it again. And
God,
it's
dude,
also
the
for
amount of
sale.
money they're wasting moving that fucking house. Like, I'd just go ahead and be like, all right, move me like 5,000 feet back. Let's just do this for the next 20 years, so I don't have to worry about
And
it.
do you see those stairs? Look at those stairs.
Yeah.
I'll get real close here in a second.
I just tell them move my house back about a half a mile, and I don't have to worry about it for about 25 years.
There's no way I would climb up and down those stairs. You're going to see how steep they are here in a second.
Oh, there was this house in California. I don't remember what beach it was on, but it was near Ventura, and it was on a sheer cliff face. And they had a big ass fucking an elevator that went from the top all the way to the bottom of the beach.
So you know these stairs probably cost about 20 grand to make. That's my guess. Maybe 30. And they get washed away about every 3 years.
You're breaking up, Lance. Matter of fact, you froze.
Yeah, he'll be back.
There you go.
Am I back? Okay, so see those stairs?
Yeah. What are they made out of?
So those wood, and they last about 3 years, and they probably cost about 30, 40 grand to make,
Gave you yours.
and then
Oh.
they get washed away.
Hmm.
But let me get real close.
It's not
You
even
can see how steep they are.
zigzag to have landings, every so many feet. It's just
No.
straight up.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
imagine
straight
falling
up.
from the
I would
tripping
not-
at the top of that thing.
Oh, I know. So look at this, guys. Here we go.
It'd be a hell of a fall.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're not stairs, Lance. That's a ladder.
Yeah.
Usually they would do
Yeah,
it
crazy.
back
And
and
then over
forth
here,
with landings every.
these are the ones that go
15,
back
20
and forth,
feet if
right?
possible.
so I'm coming up to ones that have a landing about every 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be annoying though, living on the
Part of
cliff
the
like that with
cliff is in a
the
steep
bad erosion.
only way to the beach for them. It's those stairs.
Crazy.
Imagine having to move your house back every few years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to me, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, my thing is the house is one thing, but now you have to move all the utility connections.
Everything, yeah.
Everything.
And you got to build a
Water,
new foundation
You're on
and
well
everything.
water, whatever, you got to adjust it. If you're on propane tank, you got to move that.
And your
Everything
septic.
has got to be moved.
Yeah,
So
and your
here's-
foundation, all that shit. Like that's crazy.
So there's a landing. It's not quite as steep here.
I just don't see it being worth the hassle, even if you have the money. It's just, I mean, that would be annoying.
But
Haven't
look at
had
that
that
view.
done.
Look at that view though. During high tide, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, and
You think-
to hell with rebuilding the stairs, you might as well just buy a couple of jetpacks.
And you would think that, as much money as these residents are spending on moving the houses back, you think they would work on trying to deal with the erosion, like putting up some kind of wall or something. I don't know
Yeah.
what
So do you
would
see
do.
this, Justin? You see this right there?
Yeah.
That is a pipe that hopefully takes a lot of the drainage off the hill and through this pipe. That's one way they do
That's
it. They also
That's somebody's
call it this
shitter
ground
pipe.
cover. And I'm putting my head in there.
Drainage pipe
Yeah.
from above.
Somebody's like, I'm tired of moving the septic. We're just gonna run a line out to the water.
Yeah.
I
That's
guess
what I was stepping in.
surprised, man. People will do it. If they do, they can get away with it. They will do it.
Yeah, but there's a guy every time they move it out there checking to make sure everything's put back in place. So
That's wild, though. Like I said, even if I would say was worth $500 million, not gonna afford to have that house moved every 4 or 5 years, that would get so annoying. I would just go ahead and buy property up like way behind there and just have it move way back so I don't have to deal with it anymore.
No, those stairs are just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, the stairs are crazy. You know, like I said, about every 3 years they have to put in a new set, and they're, you know, wood alone's going to be 20 grand. Labor's going to be 20, 30 grand.
I gotta imagine what their insurance bill for that house is. Good God.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure their insurance probably covers some of that stuff.
I bet you they don't have insurance.
Maybe they don't. If they got tons of money, they probably don't even need it.
And,
They
and
just
the
pay
reason
out
why
of
I'm saying
pocket.
because they keep moving that house, insurance company after about 1 or 2 times, insurance company say, no, we're not renewing this. And the same thing at them stairs, we're not renewing this. It's too
Oh, yeah.
of a risk factor.
So when I get back to my place, guys,
Well, get back to my place, guy.
they're selling for 1.2 million, and the other one 700,000. And I'll show you the two lots, and you'll kind of see what the price is. They're two or three doors down from us.
How's work going, Al?
Each other, and that was last year. Last year, the guy died in September. The wife died in December, and kids couldn't afford it, so they're selling it. And they lived there, but they were snowbirds. They went down to Arizona. They died in Arizona.
Lance, you don't ever take a metal detector down there? As much shit washes up on that water or up on that beach?
No, I need to though. So our buoy, we lost our buoy about 5 years ago, but all the chain and everything's still in the ground. And I told my family members, because they all have boats. We don't have a boat. And I said, if you want the buoy back, the chain's somewhere in this area. Come find it, dig it up. We have an extra buoy in the back, tie one back up, but they're all too lazy. It's like, really? I covered the cost for the whole thing, and I did the labor
Now,
probably 10 years ago.
is that water or is that area you're walking on? Is that people's property you're walking across, or is that all public land on the water's edge?
It's private, but we can't park in front of someone's lot, but we can walk the beach if we own down here.
Right, you have
can
like an
park-
easement. You can
Right,
walk up and down.
Right, and there's several easements. In fact, the house I show you is right next to an easement. So they have 2 pieces of property and an easement to one side. So the homeowners are thinking about buying the $700,000 one and making it like a picnic area. And I'm like, bullshit, I'm not paying that. That's my money. Why would I help we call them the backstreet boys, the people who live on the back side of the road.
Oh, you're driving in San Francisco? Ugh.
Like I said, is he doing Uber now?
No, he drives these big, like nice, like commercial buses,
Okay.
and he picks up like Apple employees and takes them to work and back. It's like a company bus, but a really nice one.
Yeah, we call it luxury buses, but they're smaller, not the full size buses.
Oh no, the one he drives is fucking huge.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's got the rear steering and everything. Like it's a really nice one. But it's for picking up Apple employees and taking them to work. Like it's a work bus for employees. And apparently he's making really good money and stuff, getting a lot of hours. So.
Don't worry, Al. I'll be in this with you and Lance in a few months. Enjoying the retirement.
Okay, guys, I'll show you the property here in about 2 minutes.
Looks like AZ had a second grandchild, by the way, too. Second grandbaby came along.
I had my 6th one 2 months ago. My 6th grandchild.
Hey, Drew. So my daughter knows I did team pictures yesterday, right? So she sends me a picture of a car for $2,000, right?
They don't have a car.
She don't have a car. She needs $700 to put a new computer in. She's
Okay.
working now, right? I told her,
Open on that VW.
yeah, I told her, I said, get your $700, buy the new computer, plug it in. It's a plug and play. It
Mhm.
should be it because the Volkswagen people said that's what it is. Okay. So I'm gonna trust that. I paid $400 to trust that.
Yeah.
And I got the 400 back. That's the good news. I did get it back. She paid me back, but she still paid me the other 500. So I'm half out of it. So I
Okay, guys,
told
put
her,
me
I
on
said,
spotlight. Put me on spotlight.
so she says to me, yeah, it's only $2,000. You don't have one of them loan things they send you in all the time? I said, no, I don't. Well, you just did team pictures. I said, I told you to OnlyFans, show your feet. I said, because I ain't giving you shit. Go show your feet on OnlyFans for a couple of days.
Oh man.
No, it's not OnlyFans, it's Feet Finders.
Well, go show something on
And
OnlyFans. I don't care what you show.
that's what I heard from a friend. Al told me about it. This is
There you
where
go.
Al's at right now. Sitting
Man,
down
I
at
told her straight out,
San
don't even ask
Francisco.
me.
San Francisco ballot.
What, we lost Lance?
Yeah, it looks now.
Yeah, he wanted to be spotlighted.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was showing a house that was for sale
I
down there.
don't know which one had the easement between them because those houses are kind of close for being out there.
Go.
I just crack up every time he says I'm heading to the
I said
cabin.
go.
I'm like, bro, that's a neighborhood. That ain't a cabin. Because like when you think of cabin, you think of like a log cabin in the woods, nobody around, maybe an old shed in the backyard. You don't think of a cul-de-sac or neighborhood.
Yeah, that's just a holiday home.
Urban folks, Justin, if it ain't. And my wife, she would, when we were looking for houses 30 something years ago, dude, one of her requests was, I gotta have neighbors. I gotta have neighbors. She was not
There's
going out. She wanted to live out in the boonies and anything like that, which we could have bought a bigger house, probably had about an acre or two of land. My wife was like, nope, I ain't got no neighbors. I ain't coming.
well, there's ups and downs to living in the wood or like living in the boonies versus living in the city. Obviously, the city's more convenient because there's more stuff there. But living in the boonies, you got more space to do what you want, more privacy. But if you have like a medical emergency, a 911 situation, that could
Yeah, I mean,
significantly delay your time of help.
you know, I don't want to be too far out, but like I say, neighbors is overrated. Where we live at is basically this is the house she wanted, so we got it. And that's that. Now it's paid for. All said and done. But that's the difference of her growing up in Philadelphia and me growing up out here in California.
It's like when people try to tote living in a small town. I'm like, that's not any better than living in a city. As a matter of fact, there's more drama in a small town than there is in a big city.
Can be. Yeah. Most
Yeah.
people are not friendly with each other, so like I said, they go do their business, come home, close that door, and that's it.
And everybody knows everybody's business in a small town. I said you mistakenly sleep with somebody's sister, and everybody knows about it.
Yeah. Only one goat. Again, one goat. It's like when I went 4th of July, Folsom, I told you. Went up there, 42 people showed up, 700 people lived there, right? Everybody's married. This brother's married to this sister, and this sister's married to the other brother. It's like, God darn it. They don't know how, they don't travel outside of Folsom. They just marry everybody in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, dude, I couldn't imagine being one of those people who have lived in a small town your whole life and never actually left. Oh my God, dude. Like I gotta get out and see something. I can't just
Wait,
no.
Paul Murray. He barely
No,
left and came back, but he's been there
yeah,
the
but
whole time.
he lived in Kansas for a couple of years. Paul's been around, but what I'm saying is there's people that like have lived in like me and Dre were talking a couple weeks ago. People who lived in New York City have never even left the city their entire lives. Like they've never
Well,
seen nothing. Granted, I understand why, but at the same time, it's like, don't you want to get out and explore a little bit?
I
Like,
guess, like you saying, Justin, it's just the reverse is the same thing. People feel like they have to live in a city. And I'm like saying, what is it in the city that you can't live without? And they'll make up stuff like, well, I want to go to the beach. I want to be able to go to the. I said, how often do you go to the beach? How often do you go to the museum or whatever the case is that you say you can't, you want to be close to? I said, it ain't like you do this every day and not like you work there.
all right.
Like, hey, you can always go visit. Like, it's like I tell people where I live at, I'm an hour from Big Bear if I want to go visit the snow. I'm an hour from the beach if I want to go to the beach. Simple.
Yep.
And I can do both in the same day.
I've lived in small communities and large cities, and I prefer city living myself.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. Like that's what I prefer. And that's just because living in a small town, like I said, there's a lot of drama. Everybody knows everybody's business. There's not as much conveniences in small town, and especially if you're somebody that's trying to find a job. Like, oh my god, dude, trying to find a job in a small town is a pain in the ass because nobody's hired anybody for 30 years. It's all family working at these places. You know, they don't even have fucking applications because they don't ever hire nobody. Like
Yeah, I
when I
got a
lived
point.
in or when I lived in Whiteville, North Carolina, dude, good luck trying to find a job there outside of Lowe's or Walmart because everything else is all small businesses and they're all family members that have been running it their entire lives. They don't ever hire anybody.
Yeah, the industrial system collapses. It's like when I grew up in Fontana, we had Kaiser Steel. Now Kaiser Steel is no longer here, but what happened at Kaiser Steel still makes it viable to what it is today because Kaiser Steel was the first industrial or manufacturer who started its own healthcare program for the employees. And that's what Kaiser Permanente today stems from, Kaiser Steel. So now
I
the
didn't know
steel
that.
mill is long gone. The medical side is one of the biggest medical providers in the nation.
It's funny how a company goes from being a steel manufacturer to medications. Like
Yeah.
it's a completely different job or like job.
Mm-hmm. But that's where it all started from. It used to be the hospital used to be on the same grounds as the steel mill. So that's where mostly everybody worked in the city and so forth. And as everything progressed, they moved it off the grounds into the middle of the city back then. And like I said, it's nationwide today. I was totally shocked a couple of years back that people back in Georgia had Kaiser Insurance. I'm like, what? Now they're pretty much almost every state.
I had a real good friend in high school, Brad Glazer Steel.
Mm.
And on the river up here, they had that big steel plant and everything right there where they brought the steel in and shipped it out and in and out. And we used to go up there at nighttime when they were shut down, a bunch of us, and they had the things the magnets, they could pick it up and move it from one end of this place to the other. And we'd have races with them. See how fast we could move stuff back and forth till we burned one up one night. It
They
was like
keep
a
coming in every
seven
morning.
alarm freaking fire.
Mm.
No, they
I
called
wonder
the
how
fire.
much.
We had to call the fire department out because it caught on fire. It was
I
like
wonder
a
how much.
7 alarm fire. His dad was pissed though. He better not ever see us again. Like that, all of us. We used to go the Fontainebleau Hotel right there on Tulane and Carrollton. He had the penthouse suite, the whole penthouse. Used to cost him. This is back in the 70s. Used to cost him $1,000 a day to live there.
Mm.
And we used to hang out there all the time.
Well, at least you were getting up whoever the operator was of that machine. At least you were getting their daily rates up.
And we ain't telling you
Their
who did it though.
they're wondering why their
I'm telling you for a
productivity was
friend who burned it
spiking.
up.
Kaiser Steel ran 24/7, dude. It never stopped.
Yeah, they used to shut down. They used to shut down at a certain time at night to let everything settle down. And they had a security guy. The security guy let us in because he knew Brad. He knew Brad was the son.
Yeah.
And he used to come out there, sit there and watch us.
Well,
There's an orange. A
And we
couple
we
orange.
pick up a couple of beams and run them across back and forth, and we put them down and come back, get a couple more and run back and forth. And we were doing the job. They come in the next morning, we'd do some of their job. You see?
Yeah.
They didn't care. So one day we picked up a little bit too many and run it across. They had too much weight on it. Got halfway in there, instead of smoking and caught on fire. One of them stuck.
Just like I tell people, I don't think it's a good idea to move to a town that is supported by one industry. I think that's dangerous game.
It's common because if that industry is
Yep.
big enough, that's how you develop supportive industry. Just like I said, when Kaiser Steel was the main thing in Fontana, all of the groceries, fuel, liquor stores. I remember this place called Cherry Liquor. Dude, payday parking lot was packed. They would sell kegs of beer out the door. Guys be sitting there with trucks and they just be drinking their paycheck away. But there's a lot of industries that develop off the main one because, like I say, all that equipment needs support, as far as machine mechanics, everything else, suppliers, all this kind of stuff. And like I said, they used to have the medical facilities on that thing on the same premises. They used to have a full-size gymnasium. In other words, you didn't have to leave that facility if you didn't need to.
Yeah.
You can be there the whole time you working.
The more I think about it, it was a guy named Mike Olstein. He used to hang out with us too. And when we got told we couldn't go back there and do that anymore, one night we decided to go take a ride down to the lakefront on our bikes. And it was about 6 of us on our bikes with the industrial strength soap that they had from Glazer Steel. It was like one capful used like 10 gallons, stuff like this. And we went down to the Mardi Gras fountain and it was turned off, and we filled each one of the tubes up with the soap, poured about 10 gallons in there. And on the way back, we got stopped by the City Park police, but they let us go because we were riding in the middle of the night. They said, it's not safe to be out this late at night. Just go home. Well, okay, we'll go home. And we had the empty bottles and everything in the back and everything with us, right? And the next day when they turned the fountains on, the whole front of the lakefront was suds. And they were trying to figure it out who did it. And it was all over the news. And my mother-in-law remembers and said, y'all were the fools that did it. Yeah, we were. So I think it was Brad and Mike were the bad influences, That's what I think it was.
Got nothing better to do but be mischievous.
Later today, Joe's going to find out later today, you're going to find out there was no statute of limitations on that.
Statute of limitations.
Remember 20 years ago when you fucking soaked up the fountain? Yeah.
It was all over the news. Let's put it that way. Yeah, we didn't do anything really bad,
You'll find out tomorrow was the deadline for that statue. Joe just admitted to it online.
Damn. Well, I already had Secret Service knocking my door, so that's no big deal.
The only encounter I ever had with the feds was when I was a manager at Walmart. The ATF and FBI came in they wanted a specific list of items that we had sold, and we had to go back like 6 months and give it to them because our mall had a bombing a few years back, and somebody set off an incendiary device outside the mall. And they were trying to figure out who it was. I never heard nothing else again after that. But they came in, and me and another manager had to sift through like 6 months worth of sales papers to figure out all these different items and give them a complete printout of it. Took us like half the damn day to do it.
Well, I tell you, it was about the guy across the hall, right? He's been back. He's been in and out, everything else. And they haven't been back. So I don't know if maybe there was a mistake or what,
What, the feds were at your neighbors?
Oh, no, they came knocked on my door. It was right after I bought that drone from Johnny without the FCC sticker in it. I get a knock on the door from the Secret Service. I was thinking, I'm going to buzz Johnny's ass.
I know so
Like
many
that.
bogus drone. Now you don't snitch.
I said, I'm going to buzz his ass. And they come. I said, okay, what did I do? I got my hand. I said, my hands are right here. What did I do? Like this. 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I walked outside. So let me get outside because the dog's inside. You come in if you want. I don't care. I'm not hiding anything. When I walked out, And I'm out there talking to them, and they're telling me about the guy, looking for the guy across the hall. And they say, do you have a good description of him? And I'm looking at the
Well-
one, there's two big white guys and one black guy, right? I look at I say, I hate to say this, but it kind of looks like you. Like the young one, right? He starts laughing. And I said, I got pictures of him on my ring. If you want to come in, I'll get it for you. So we came in, and when we walk in, I got that plastic Glock sitting up here on top of my desk.
Mhm.
And they looked over there and they said, what's that right there? I said, that shoots disc. It's plastic, 3D printed. The guy looks over at it. He picks it up. He's looking at it. He's shooting the disc around my house, right? So they're playing, right?
Mhm.
So I'm pulling pictures for him. I'm getting pictures for him and say, yeah, that's the guy that we're looking for. So I give him some pictures. I'm downloading on the little disc, giving it to him, right? So as I'm doing all of this, the guy says, yeah, just be careful. Don't say anything to him. We don't want to know. We don't want him to know anything. They say, because he could be armed and dangerous. That's what he said. So I'm sitting here like this, and I went, yeah, me too. I went like that. And the guy looks down there and he goes, what's that? I said, that's my 357 sitting right there. And the guy shooting the gun says, so he got a 357 by his leg, and we're playing with his plastic gun. We're real good.
Yeah.
Like that. I
Hey,
said,
get
yeah. I
this
said,
right, but look at that plastic one thing, and you print out a ghost gun.
so I said, yeah, I'm one of the good guys. Like this, my son was a cop and everything. I said, now right here, underneath here, I said, I'm gonna put my hand in there and take it out to show you. I said, but I'm gonna just take it out, laying on the desk. I reach under my desk and I come out with my 9mm right there and put it there with the 20 round mag.
Mm.
And the guy goes, shit. I said, yeah, I'm one of the nice guys. But when I reached underneath there, one of them put his hand on the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. And I said, I'm gonna lay it up here real gently. I put it like this. And I said, now if I open my safe, I can pull 3 more out in 500 rounds, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm one of the good guys. So we talked for a few minutes with the gun laying right there, and they walked out. They were cool. You know.
Yep.
Now they're probably watching me.
You're on somebody's
What
list.
happened to the female that used to live across the hall from you?
Well, I got the 2 females across the hall left. I got downstairs, I got 2 of them.
Okay.
I got a 19-year-old one that just turned 19, and the sister that's 22 with a baby.
Mm-hmm.
They live downstairs.
Okay.
And you can't tell the difference between the 2 of them.
Girl lived across the hall. And
Now, I
you
used to have a good looking one lived across the hall. She left.
Mm.
Now they're putting Cracker Jacks in there. He said no.
Mm. Oh wow.
No, damn well he gave up Johnny the minute they knocked on the door. It's like, I
would
told
give up
that bald
Johnny in a
bastard.
second. Johnny sold it to me. Johnny's drunk. Well, I'm just borrowing it. Because that was right when they were doing all the shows, and they were talking about if you're flying it without that sticker at Walker's, if you're flying with that sticker in it, you can't have it. It's illegal. It's illegal. You know, you can't do it.
Gotta get your one eye going the other way before you do that.
Oh yeah, I can't do that. I can't cock out myself.
And I made a comment. I said, if this stuff doesn't get FCC approved, you know, that means technically, legally, you're not supposed to be flying it.
Yeah, you got a point.
And everybody kept saying, oh, okay, just like a couple of years ago when, you know, remote ID came out and they're talking about LEAP and everything else. I told them, I said, dude, they're going to start cracking down and they're going to start hammering people. And now here they are, 2026, the DETR program, people getting hammered. Okay. So, all right. So I guess Paul's back and in charge, even though he can't hear me because he hadn't responded to anything I've said.
Well, I can't hear anything you're saying, but I can hear the other guys just fine.
Okay. Maybe it's just me.
Oh, there you go. When you leaned into the microphone, we could hear you.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was.
I think it was his speakers because I could hear you just well. You know, I think it was. Yeah, maybe it was his mic. And he could hear
Well,
speakers.
I turned my volume up to
Most of
60%.
you guys on the East Coast, and Mark, have a nice evening over in the UK. Everything, and you guys in the chat, have a blessed day. I'll see you guys.
Catch you later.
Later, Dre.
Hey, Dre.
I'm gonna get these names done. I got about 15 more with 10th grade. I'm gonna take a break because I don't have the freshman roster.
I'm gonna jump off. I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah, me
Okay,
too.
Justin,
It's time. I guess it's time. We haven't heard Mark in a while. Might have.
you,
might be
you want,
sleeping.
you want to, call it?
Yeah,
Might as
let's
well.
call it.
It's already 12 o'clock. So.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for
Yeah.
being here. We'll see